GL HD2 Baton Rouge. This hour brought to you by Spencer Callahan Injury Lawyers. LA 21-12681. Offices in Baton Rouge.
Good morning. It's 7 a.m. here on Wednesday, July 15th. Today in Baton Rouge, you can expect mostly cloudy skies with a high of around 91. On today's show, Chris Doering will hop on in the 7 o'clock hour, Mr. Connor O'Gara, and in the 9 o'clock hour, Dr. Stephen Etheredge in studio. We're also talking all things SEC Media Days as LSU has officially announced which players will be in attendance out there in Tampa. You can follow us on Twitter or Instagram at OTB_ESPN. And watch us on YouTube at the 104.5 ESPN channel. Hour number one of Off the Bench, live from the Raising Cane's studios, starts now.
Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
Let's go, baby, let's go!
From a championship backfield to your morning drive.
Hands to Hester, and Hester, yep, got it, 5 out of 5!
You're locked in to Off the Bench.
Flynn is back to throw from the end zone, boom!
Live from the Raising Cane studio, here's Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
Welcome in, OTB here on this Wednesday morning. Jake, Alondra, Tay here with you, the original tripod. Matt Flynn is gallivanting somewhere in the Caribbean right now. God knows where. I think he's probably on his small, maybe not on a small plane to get to the island just yet. Maybe close.
Maybe close to it, though. Somewhere in the air.
Is he flying like a twin prop or something?
Look up.
Once
you
he
might see
gets-
Matt Flynn.
Yeah, like he went to Atlanta at 5.
Yeah.
Then he's going from Atlanta to somewhere, and then somewhere
To the little island.
to St. Bart.
Yeah.
It's on the Wright brothers special plane over there. Little twin prop.
Yeah, those are something. First plane I ever got on. I mean, before I went like anywhere, no commercial flights. That didn't happen until I was a senior and we played De La Salle in California. It was like an old World War II like fighter plane. Like just like pilot in front, me in back.
Nah.
and that was it. So you don't get too high up on those, but it's loud, and you hit like a little bit of a wind pocket.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna throw you a little bit.
I don't even think if I were to be a billionaire that I would buy a private plane. Because I've heard the turbulence on those are awful. So I don't even think I'd be able to do that.
Yeah, that's not fun. In my older age, having a bunch of children and life kind of together. Like when you're younger, you don't think about stuff like that.
Right. I did.
As I'm older, I'm like,
I
I ain't getting on that. It's got to have at least 10 seats for me
Yeah.
to get on that thing.
Smallest we ever flew, it was our first time going to Disney for my sister, and it was a Delta Connection is what it was called. It was just a smaller Delta plane, and it was 2 and 1. So 2 seats on one side, 1 on the other.
Oh yeah,
But that nothing.
Those
I've never
fly
done
out
anything
of
smaller
Baton
than that.
Rouge.
Yeah, I thought
That's where we flew out of.
that's the Port City special right there.
Yeah.
Anywhere you go from Shreveport is
Anything
gonna have
smaller than that,
those.
though, I've never done.
That's a plane.
Yeah, I mean, it had 30 seats in it.
Yeah, I've gone on. Those fly out
Yeah.
of Baton Rouge all the time.
Yeah,
But that's the smallest I think I'll go. Because
I've
even
been on a
those is
6-seater
rough.
before too, and I felt safer in the 2-seater than the 6-seater.
I think so. I've always been scared of planes, even before I ever got on one.
Yeah.
And I think when I was super young, one of my uncles had like a pilot license.
Yeah.
And he would fly helicopters.
Oh,
And they somehow convinced me. I was little. It's probably only
where
a
you
memory
could say
for
no
me.
and they wouldn't care.
Right. It's probably only a memory for me because it was so traumatizing.
Yeah.
But like otherwise, I don't think I'd remember it. And I just remember being in the back of that little helicopter screaming and just wanting to get on the ground.
Oh, yeah.
And they were just like, look at the little sheep. And I'm like, ah, it was awful.
Yeah, it sounds terrible. Doesn't sound any fun. No fun had.
No.
Oof, love that. All right, so we do have a big show. Excited. Chris Doering's going to come on, preview SEC Media Day. Same thing for Connor O'Gara, kind of break down some of the teams, some of the names, some of the faces that are going to be there. And we head out over the weekend, going to be in Tampa. Weird location, right?
That is weird.
That's in Tampa?
Yeah, because it's not even
There's
SEC.
no team there.
Yeah.
They don't play a rivalry game there. Like if it was Jacksonville, okay, they play Georgia, Florida there.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, not only that, it's not super close. I mean, Gainesville's the closest city, and it's not that close to Tampa.
Yeah, I don't know. And
I don't know what
typically,
the
like
thought process behind
Dallas
it is.
makes sense.
Yeah.
A couple years ago, Texas was coming into the league. Oklahoma was coming into the league.
And you
What
already
did
got
they
A&M
do?
in Texas. Like, I get it.
Red River is right there in Dallas.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Throw a little bone. This one doesn't make any sense. If we're gonna do, and why has New Orleans not got one of these?
Right.
You know how convenient that would be. I could just drive there every day like I did for the Super Bowl.
That was
Tampa.
crazy. We were really driving back and forth every day.
Gainesville's 2 hours.
Anytime I get a chance to do something in New Orleans,
Yeah.
because of where I live, like I live south, like the most south in Baton Rouge, and so it's an hour. So even like I do Sugar Bowl stuff,
Right.
they usually choose me because I'm cheap
Yeah,
because
I'm
I
right here.
I don't need a hotel. It's what from Gainesville?
2 hours. An hour 59 minutes. So right at.
So wait. Okay. Well, because Doering's going to the airport today when we call him. That's the time slot that he gave me, but he wouldn't be going already.
No.
No. He's gallivanting too. He was just in Greece. Because he lives in Gainesville. Surely he's driving the 2 hours.
Yeah, I mean, he
Gotta
might
be.
stay out there when he gets
He
there.
didn't
but
even
yeah,
drive
he's
to
driving-
Mobile, though.
No. Surely, though. If he's not, oh, my God.
He, went so far as to fly from Gainesville to, North Carolina to Mobile or something like that.
Yeah.
Just to not drive.
He's pretty big.
Or did he drive? I don't know.
No, he didn't. No. Well, actually, this
He
year
might
he
have.
did. Because, and only because, remember, the weather was so bad.
Oh, okay, yes.
They flew players in 3 or 4 days
Yeah.
early because the weather was going to be
It was,
so bad.
freezing.
There was a lot of people that couldn't even get to Mobile this year.
He's got to drive it. It's a straight shot. Look at that. It's literally a straight shot. You make a slight right halfway.
I don't know anything about Tampa.
Me either. I've never.
I've only been to play the Buccaneers, and when that happens, you've never really been.
Yeah, I've been for Busch Gardens. That's it. Which is kind of on the outskirts
Bro,
of Tampa.
I would so go to Busch
I was about
Gardens.
to say, how far is that?
So I didn't go downtown. I don't know where y'all are going to
have
be.
no
This is
idea.
a little bit north of downtown. You could see it, but dude, Busch Gardens.
I would so hit up
Can you
Busch
imagine me and
Gardens.
Flynn at Busch Gardens?
No.
Y'all know how many amusement parks I've been to?
A
Busch
lot.
Gardens might be number one for me.
The Tampa location?
Yeah, I mean,
More
dude,
than-
it's like a
Bruh.
full zoo. They have this safari thing. You
do
get
a whole
on.
lot for me.
They got all that, and then the amusement park built in it as well. It's awesome.
I think y'all need to vlog a trip to Busch Gardens.
It's fun.
I think we could do it.
Love Busch Gardens.
I'm not a big zoo fan.
Well, I mean, you don't have to do that part, but I'm just saying, it's built in. They have this roller coaster called Cheetah Hunt,
Yeah.
and as you're on it, there's literal live cheetahs.
that's
below.
now-
What?
now-
What if they attack
Yeah.
you while you're on the roller
Now
coaster?
you're talking me and Flynn
No,
style.
really though.
Yeah.
Oh my
I
gosh,
think
they
we're
have
gonna-
kangaroos.
I think we're
Busch
gonna
Gardens
do
is
that.
awesome.
I think what's the hours on that location? Because I don't get done until 5.
Let's see.
Is that thing open at night?
It closes.
At 9.
Yeah, there you go, dude.
Oh, we could
Y'all
get.
can go.
We could get. we
You
could
just have to get the
3
fast
hours
pass.
in. Oh yeah.
I don't know if they have one, but you got to
Yeah.
get the fast pass.
Well, as much money as Flynn owes me from these Star Wars cards,
Busch Gardens trip on Flynn.
he's paying for the trip.
Oh my gosh.
Make no mistake about it.
They do fireworks too.
Yeah, we're in.
Oh wait, I think this was National Roller Coaster Day.
I mean,
But what if the cheetah attacks you while you're on the roller coaster?
It's not super close.
if I survive, it's going to be Hester's Busch Garden. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I survive,
Like,
which is a
you're-
big if. But if I do, I'm going to own an amusement park.
They got flamingos. They got zebra.
Yeah,
or
it's
as the British say, zebra.
Do they?
I think.
God, that's
Oh, I
terrible.
hate
I feel like
that.
I've heard them
I
say
hate
that.
that.
They probably do. They say weird stuff.
Yeah.
I've been watching Love Island UK, so I think I would know.
We got to get you out of Love Island.
The USA one ended, but the UK one hasn't.
Oh my gosh.
I know. I'm in deep.
That's every night for how long? Have you been doing that?
I don't know. Okay, so
It's like every
USA,
night, right?
Yeah, it's every night except Wednesdays and Saturdays. The USA one was 6 weeks.
6 weeks.
Yeah. Can you imagine being trapped
of
on an island for 6
5
weeks?
days a week.
Yeah.
So you watch 30 episodes.
Yeah, I think it was like 30 plus. Yeah. I think it was like 35.
So there's the cheetahs. The line is basically behind where that shot was taken, and then the ride's like above it.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it's great.
Team
Joey
trip.
in the chat said that if the cheetah attacked you on the roller coaster, it would die because you're going pretty fast.
Yeah, it's a quick boy.
Yeah, it would probably scramble its brain. They don't have like as big as brains.
Yeah, but like if it just gave you one little swipe
One swipe
on
is
the
messing
jugular,
you
you're done.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good time.
It's a wrap.
I'm just curious, like what would happen.
Yeah. Yeah, we're definitely doing that.
They have like this grass statue that looks like a lion.
Because last year we didn't do anything fun like that.
Where was it last year?
Atlanta.
Oh yeah, no.
The year before, whatever that was in Nashville.
I should have went to go see Beyonce.
We went.
Surfboard.
Could have. Flynn's a big fan. I don't remember what year it was. We went to take BP at the AAA park where Doering embarrassed himself.
Yeah, wasn't that
That was
Nashville?
fun. That was in Nashville. So a lot of times, actually, I think there's been twice where we've been paired up with the same city in the same time as the MLB All-Star Weekend.
Yeah.
So I know that just happened last night. And it was in Philly. But in Dallas and I think in Atlanta last year, we were paired up with the All-Star game.
That's fun.
So might as well had SEC Media Days in Philly. It would have been the same thing as having it in Tampa.
No correlation.
Zero.
You gotta ask Greg.
Oh, I will.
Greg, why?
Can I ask him like Jimbo used to ask? Can you tell me why, Greg?
Why?
Just tell me why.
I just want to know.
He'll tell it. I mean, he'll have a great answer.
He always does.
He always does.
Yeah. What?
Y'all are going to be at the JW Marriott,
I have no.
Water Street.
I
looks like.
have zero idea.
Well, Busch Gardens 9 miles northeast downtown.
Oh, you're going.
Yeah, we're there.
Look, here you go. Depending on traffic, 15-minute
I
drive.
was going to say, that's
Really.
a 15-minute
Dude,
drive.
I mean,
right
I
there.
barely like. I kind of know we're leaving Sunday. I don't know where the hotel is. I don't know what the setup looks like. I'm not sure if Flynn's actually going to make it from where he's at. His flight didn't get in till like 11 that night.
Oof.
One oops, and he's going to be missing SEC Media Day. I'm going to be solo dolo.
Oof.
I'm going to be grabbing arm up Marler. Hey, bud, can you sit in for a little bit? Can you tell me about the 4 teams you root for?
It's only 4.
Well,
He's a SEC fan.
Auburn, Alabama, LSU, South Carolina.
Yeah.
Hey, can you tell me about Lenora Sellers? And that'll take an hour and a half up right there. You'd swear he's Randall Cunningham the way he talks about him.
You want to get information out of me? Put me in a room with Chris Marler and Taylor and get them to argue about Lenora Sellers. I would tell you anything you wanted to know.
I don't. You know what? As much as Tay would make that argument, Flynn might be right there with Tay.
Yeah,
He was not happy with Marler on Monday
that's true.
with some of the takes he had.
I mean, he doesn't have great takes.
No. He's gonna have his arm up though,
Arm up.
and he's gonna be nervous that he's gonna get in trouble by Matt the whole time. Last year, I think it was last year. He came by the set and he had on that Ted Williams hat that he always wears,
Yeah.
the Red Sox one, and he had on his polo whatever. And for 15,
His Pop-Tart quarter zip.
not yet. He didn't. I don't think he had that yet. But for like 15 straight minutes, he was like, "Do you think Matt's gonna get mad that I'm wearing a hat?" And I'm like looking around. I'm like, "Do you know who you're asking? You're asking me
I
and
wear a
Flynn.
hat all the
We wear a
time."
hat every day." He's like, "Yeah, but like I'm gonna be in there and I'm gonna be asking questions and like, is it gonna be weird that I have a hat on?" I was like, No, it's just a sports. What? He was so nervous that he was going to get fired because he had a hat on.
Oh my god.
It's like, no, what is this man?
I mean,
done to
he's
you?
probably a hat away from me. Just kidding.
He's one wrong hat.
You are one hat
You are a
away,
hat
buddy,
away.
from getting out of here. Oh, I hope he. Well, he's not awake, but if he was, he would hate hearing that.
I got a text. Someone said,
let's go.
when they're in Tampa, can they please figure out why the University of South Florida is north of the University of Central Florida? That's all the info I need.
Oh
Is that true?
my God, why have we never thought about that?
I guess that, yeah.
Holy hell!
Great question
Incredible question.
to this guy.
His
name's not on here, so I can't give him a
Wow.
shout out.
I've never even thought about South Florida. It's not that south.
No, it's in Orlando.
No, that's Central
Or
Florida.
Central Florida. Yeah. Central Florida's in Orlando.
That would be like Northwestern State being Southwestern State.
That's a great question.
Man, that's actually a break question. That's so good. I'm going to take a break and think about that one and look it up. All right. When we come back, you'll be shocked to know that the news of who's coming to SEC Media Day broke at 10 o'clock. I'll be damned. Yet again, news breaks at 10 o'clock. When do we get off air? At 10 o'clock. Every day. And I am going to get on my boy that works over there across from the Ponderosa so hard and be like, you knew what you were doing there. We'll tell you who it was. You already know because you got 24 hours to think about it. But we'll tell you about it. We'll break it down when we come back here on OTB.
Off the bench.
All right, if you've been putting off remodeling your bathroom because you think it's going to take weeks, well, guess what? Your house is not going to be torn apart. Everything's not going to be everywhere. It's not going to cost a fortune. Let me tell you about our friends at Bath Fitter of Baton Rouge. Bath Fitter has been transforming bathrooms for over 40 years with custom tubs, showers, and tub-to-shower conversions that are specifically for your space. The best part, in most cases, they can install in as little as 1 day. No major demolition, no weeks of contractors in your home, just a beautiful new bathroom that's built to last. Everything is custom, measured for your bathroom, easy to clean, and backed by a lifetime warranty, so you know you're getting quality that lasts. So whether you're updating an old tub, creating a walk-in shower, or making your bathroom safer and more accessible to you, Bathfitter has a solution that fits your home and your budget. Go to their website today. That's bathfitter.com, bathfitter.com.
2007 champs, purple and gold to the core. This is Off the Bench with Hester and Flynn, Baton Rouge's go-to for all things Louisiana sports.
All right, welcome back in. OTB here live from the Raising Cane studio. LSU announced again at 10 o'clock as soon as we got off air. Alondra, I think you even called it. You're like, hey, we'll know at 10 o'clock. And, well, at 10 o'clock, literally, they announced it. It's how it always goes, always and forever. But we do know the three players. It is going to be tight end Trey Green, obviously. It's going to be linebacker Whit Weeks, another obvious choice there that we talked about. Everybody in the room had two of those players on their list. Now, the third one, we'd kind of go a little bit here, a little bit there. I know Sam Levitt, obviously, was somebody we thought would go because, well, he's the quarterback. We thought maybe you would bring somebody. If it wasn't going to be Sam Levitt, maybe it's going to be one of the big names you got out of the transfer portal. Ty Benefield was thrown out there. I know that. Prince Will was thrown out there. And we just quickly passed over TJ Daugherty, who's actually going to be the choice, the transfer linebacker from Ole Miss. Now, I wasn't sure if they would bring a transfer from Ole Miss to media days. I didn't know if they wanted to have that player get asked a lot of different questions by a lot of different people. The Ole Miss media is probably going to be asking him a lot of questions when he's at the podium. But if they decided to send a player that did play at Ole Miss, it tells you they think he's really mature and he can handle it and he's going to give great answers. And he is a great interview. I've interviewed him. Funny enough, I've never interviewed him as an LSU Tiger. I've only interviewed him as an Ole Miss Rebel. But he is a very good interview. And they decided to go two linebackers, which that's a little bit different. I don't know that I've ever been at a media day where you had multiple players from the same position.
I think the thing was that Whit was going to go anyway.
Yeah.
Just because he's just such a good representative of the school. So I think it's less about the position and more about who's going to represent the school.
Yeah.
And Whit was always going to be that.
Yep. Yeah, there's no doubt that Whit was going to be. Yeah, he's going to be there. I mean, if he wasn't, it would be a disservice to everybody. At media day. I mean,
the entire country.
Yes,
yeah.
He's going to be fantastic. But it is going to give us an opportunity. Hopefully we can catch up with TJ Daugherty because, like I said, I've interviewed him before, but only as an Ole Miss Rebel. And he's not going to have an easy media day. It's not going to be just walk up there and answer, soft tosses. Like if we have Whit Weeks, we're going to give Whit soft tosses. Why? Because we've interviewed him a bunch of times. And we like to have fun with him, so we're going to ask him, how many times in a day do you say brother? That's going to be like a question we would ask Whit Weeks because, again, we've had him a ton of times. He's great on the show, great personality. But we're going to get a chance to know TJ Daugherty a little bit and also what led to him coming to LSU, right? Why did you leave Ole Miss to come to LSU? Tell us about the coaches. Because offensively – if you played offense for Ole Miss, it makes a lot of sense. Your coaches are here now.
Yeah.
You've thrived in that system. But defensively, there's some coaches that coach on the defense, but a large majority of this defensive staff is, returning from a year ago at LSU. So it's going to be interesting to sit down, have a conversation with him. Hopefully we can get that done.
No, that relationship with Kiffin's what did it because, you mentioned his defensive coordinator is the head coach now.
Yeah.
That would have to be super, super comfortable for a guy that not only led the team in tackles a year ago. He was Ole Miss as a leading tackler in 2025. I think this says a lot about Daugherty, though, because you mentioned he's not going to have an easy SEC media days. Well, the questions he's asked. Kiffin, brought in a couple Ole Miss guys. He clearly thought Daugherty could handle it. So, that to me, that tells me a lot about TJ Daugherty. But, no, that's the one that you're going to be watching, right? Yes, Trey has the preseason All-American hype. Whit is obviously a character and a personality, but TJ Daugherty is the one I'm watching the close just because everything you just said. What led to that process? What were your thoughts when you found out Kiffin was leaving? How did the locker room react? It's going to be a little bit of behind the curtain that I'm looking forward to.
Yeah, so it's going to be an interesting media days from, I think, all three players, again, because Witt is always going to be really good. He's always going to give great answers. It's going to be genuine as well. It's going to happen organically. It's not going to be forced. It's not going to be scripted. At least with us, it's not. And we always look forward to that conversation. So excited as always for that one. And then really, I mean, we just mentioned what, like, TJ Daugherty, like, we're going to get a chance to know him. So I'm looking forward to that. But also, like, Trey Des hasn't done a ton.
No, he's done player
had-
interviews after practice, but that's it.
He hasn't done anything like this. So there's going to be a large portion of the SEC that has never had an interview with Trey Des Green. They don't know about Trey Des Green. They don't, know who he is outside of just being a very large human that's really good at football. So it's going to give him an opportunity to be in front of the media. And things like this are important. Whenever you're trying to have like a special All-American type season, things like this are, moments and opportunities for you to go out there and impress national media that's going to be there, SEC media that's going to be there.
Anybody that hasn't heard Trey Des Green yet, I promise you, Jake, he's going to be the biggest winner. They're going to love Trey Des Green, one of the nicest kids on the team. He's going to have an ear-to-ear grin on his face the whole time. I love interviewing him during player interviews. He's one of my favorites on the team as far as that. He's real open. He's real honest about everything. They're going to fall in love with Trey Des Green in Tampa.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it too. I've called his games for a couple of years, but never really had the opportunity to sit down and have a conversation with him. So looking forward to that. All right, we'll talk more about the players that are there at Media Day for LSU, but we're going to cover Media Day from all 16 teams kind of outlook. Chris Doering, our guy from the SEC Network, is going to join us when we come back to do so, and we'll have that here on OTB.
Off the bench.
All right, go to trashrangers.com. Go see our friends at Trash Rangers for any of your roll-off dumpsters. 3 different sizes to choose from. Residential, commercial, pickup service. The dumpsters you can have at your business. You've probably seen them around town, the red dumpsters. That is our friends over at Trash Rangers. So when you go to the website, you can see that. You can find that information. Also, you can check out their sanitation department. That is something that is new to Trash Rangers. So if you've got a job site, if you've got an event that you're hosting and you need portable restrooms, they have got you covered. They'll bring them in, they'll drop them off, they'll pick them up. It is incredibly easy. Just like everything that they do is incredibly easy. It's with great customer service. They send you weekly text reminders to even put your trash out. They pick up your trash if you missed because of a national holiday. They'll pick it up on the weekend. Nobody else does that, and they always do it at trashrangers.com.
Sold on July 27th, Canes is donating $1 to Chuck's Foundation. Kickstart Kids.
At Ochsner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Ochsner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one. You. Ochsner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
At Parrish, we take pride in building roofs that last. Because in Louisiana, toughness isn't just on the court, it's in your home too.
Parrish Construction and Roofing. ParrishBuilt.com.
We typically think of stress as being bad for us. At Our Lady of the Lake and LSU, we are researching how certain types of stress, such as exercise, can be good for our immune health. By studying people under extreme stress, such as athletes, astronauts, service members, and first responders, we're learning how to improve the immune health of everyone. That's the power of research. That's the impact of champions. Together, we roar.
Looking for cleaner energy? Propane is energy for everyone. And when you're cooking with clean, affordable propane, you're cooking with gas. In the wintertime, nothing heats a home like Louisiana propane. And when you need hot water, propane's got you covered. Oh, and you won't regret that propane generator when the power goes out. I'm Miss Louisiana, Gabrielle McLeod, and to find more information and to find a propane dealer near you, visit louisianapropane.com.
After a decade of working in private duty nursing, I know how hard it can be to find compassionate care for the ones that you love the most. So I started Decision Critical, a premier concierge nursing agency, so we can take care of you wherever you are. Our highly skilled nurses provide exceptional care from the comfort of your own home with personalized packages for short-term, long-term, or even around-the-clock care. Visit us at decisioncriticalbr.com and give us a call today to get started.
Sometimes you ignore the signs, even when they're right in front of you. Problem gambling isn't always easy to spot. Know the signs. Set your limit. Learn more about healthy gambling.
Locked in on LSU football 24/7. You're listening to Off the Bench.
All right, welcome back in. OTB here live from the Raising Cane studio. Jake Laundra, Tay here with you. Going to be joined now by our guy, Chris Doering, SEC Network, getting ready for SEC Media Days coming up next week. Christopher Paul Doering, how we doing, sir?
My man, how are you, bro? I missed you. It's been a minute.
I know. Excited to hang out, be down there. Are you? Look, before we even get into it, we're planning a trip to Busch Gardens, me and Flynn. Flynn's not here today. He's gallivanting in the Caribbean somewhere. But like Busch Gardens, after a long day, just to, wind down, go a little roller coaster hunting or something like that. Are you down?
Yeah, I could be down for that. The best thing about Busch Gardens is like you can get the season pass for the same cost as like a one-day ticket. So we could go back multiple nights and hit some beers and roller coasters.
Okay, see, you made the plan even better. I look forward to it because ever since Nashville and we went and took BP at the AAA ballpark, we haven't really had like an outing. We didn't really have one in Atlanta last year, so we're going to a new spot. I'm going to be leaning on you because, Doering, I got to be honest, I don't know why in the world Media Day is in Tampa. Do you have any insight to that?
Well, I mean, I think they've tried to make it so they're traveling throughout the SEC footprint. We were in Dallas a few years ago. We've done Atlanta a couple times. Nashville's been great, and I think there's only a couple places in Florida that make sense. You're not going to go all the way down to Miami. Jacksonville's probably not big enough. So it's either Orlando or Tampa. I love it. I don't know if you've been to Tampa lately, but it's on the come up. My daughter lives there, so hopefully you'll get a chance to see my daughter while we're down there too. And it's going to be a big time, man. I'm excited about being able to drive.
Okay. Oh, there you go. You answered another question that we had, and we mentioned Jacksonville just because Georgia, Florida, obviously y'all play there. We thought maybe that would be a host that made sense. But, okay, you're selling Tampa on me, and we did have a question. We know it's less than 2 hours away, but we didn't know how bougie you were going to be and if you were going to fly to Tampa from Gainesville.
No, and it's a fair question because, as you know, there are places in the state of Florida that I fly to, including Destin when we do SEC Media Days, and that's about 4 hours, probably 4 hours and 15 minutes, which is about how long it takes me. I have to connect out of Gainesville. It just wouldn't make sense to Tampa to do that. To be able to have my car there makes it a little bit of an extra advantage for me.
All right. Well, fair enough. You're going to be the driver. I like hearing that. So look forward to it. It has been too long. And, Media Days is always a great time. We get a chance. Everybody kind of gets, to do shows that maybe we don't get to do shows together. I'm excited to be back on the College Channel for a week. It has been too long. But I'm sitting here and I'm looking at some of these names, and I got to be honest, since I've been over on the NFL channel since March, I'm like, oh, yeah, I forgot that player went there. I forgot that player is here now. But there's a lot of intriguing names. So for you, is there somebody that you're looking forward to? And I know the list just got released yesterday, so maybe you haven't had a chance to fully look at it, but we know for the most part guys that are going to be there regardless. Is there anybody you're looking forward to talking to maybe more than others?
I'm going to pivot from your question a little bit in that, I recognize that there are some very familiar names in new places, but I think the storyline is the new coaches in the new places. Obviously, you guys there in Baton Rouge are dealing with one, but last year we show up at media days and not a single new face. Now we got 6 coaches in new places, so it's quite a contrast. And as you probably know, Hess, PB and I have done a little project in the off season where we've done these in-depth get-to-know interviews with the coaches, where we've sat down in their homes, or we've played pickleball with them, or we've gone out on the golf course with them, like really, outside of just, hey, how's your team going to be? And I think that's the thing that I'm most excited about is I really think there are some awesome new coaches that are in perfect places. And the word fit is something that's thrown around a lot, whether we're talking about a quarterback and an offense. But I think it really matters when we talk about SEC fan bases. The different schools have different traditions of different styles of winning and how they play. And I really feel like there's some really good fits within the conference. And I think everybody's going to get a chance to know these coaches even better. And in your region, everybody's probably really dialed in on the Lane Kiffin thing. But how much do they know about Will Stein, or how much do they know about Summerall down here? I guess everybody probably knows some about him being from Tulane recently, but I think it is a really cool opportunity. Golish was amazing. I mean, all these guys. Ryan Silverfield was probably the least known guy that I got a chance to get to know a little bit better. So I think that's the thing that stands out to me, especially for you, having not necessarily been around as much of the college stuff here this offseason. You're going to fall in love with some of these guys, man.
Yeah, and I had a chance, being off campus to interview guys like Golish when they were elsewhere, and Summerall when he was at Tulane. And I am so excited and so happy for those guys that they're going to get an opportunity to coach in the SEC. They're going to get a chance to go on the biggest stage and try to prove themselves. And look, John Summerall, you've been around him now a lot of different times. I've seen the videos, and you probably already know that about John Summerall. He is somebody that doesn't feel like he's going to be denied. I know when he was hired, everybody's trying to correlate it. Oh, here comes another group of 6 coach from Louisiana. And this is no disrespect to Billy Napier. They aren't remotely the same person.
No, they are not. And I think the things that Coach Summerall is exactly what Florida fans need. And one of the biggest complaints they had about Billy Napier was the lack of energy on the sideline, and they felt like the team played with that same kind of just kind of attitude. Summerall, to me, reminds me a lot of Todd Golden, a guy on the sideline that's getting dudes off the ground and slapping them on the butt and a high five and getting the crowd into it. Like the Summerall's emotion, obviously it reminds me of a linebacker, right? That's what he is. And so I think he's done a great job of really endearing himself to the fan base. He's done every single interview, showed up at every single appearance, done every podcast. Like the dude really has understood what the assignment was since getting that job. And that's, not only letting the fan base know, who he is, but energizing the fan base. And this is the most optimism that I really feel like Florida's had in a while. And I look at it as I think Florida is the team that makes the biggest jump in terms of wins from last year to this year.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to being down there, having that conversation with Coach Summerall, just because I haven't had a chance since he's now the Florida head coach. Maybe like when he first got hired, but now that he's had a chance to kind of be down there. Unfortunately, the Gators and Tigers aren't playing, so we'll have to we'll have to find another way for you to dress up in a costume on national TV. We'll see if we can get that done. Another coach that I think I might be more interested to talk with, that's now a head coach in the SEC, even more than Summerall, even more than Alex Golish, is a guy that you and I know very well, and Pete Golding.
Yeah.
And I say that because obviously like the Ole Miss, LSU stuff, that's going to be interesting to our listeners, what he has to say. But the thing I know about Pete's going to say what comes to Pete's mind.
Yeah.
Pete is not going to give you what you want on the podium, right? There's going to be, our guy, the SID there, right? We know he's going to be trying to make sure he says the right thing, but Pete Golding's going to say whatever he wants to say. That's the way Pete's always been. It doesn't matter if you're playing golf, if you're in his office, or if he's on a podium. I cannot wait to see how Pete Golding handles being a head coach. And I love that about Pete. It's my favorite thing about him.
Authenticity means a lot as a coach. It means a lot as a coach in terms of connecting with players. And I think that's why he was able to kind of get that job. He won that entire locker room over after dealing with what they did with Lane Kiffin departing. Authenticity matters with the fan base. It matters with the media. And I think he has a chance to be maybe one of the biggest winners at media days, being up in front of everybody. He's had a chance to kind of, knock off the rust as, become a head coach and understand how to handle the podium and coaching some big games. But I love Pete Golding. I love the decision that was made there by Keith Carter to kind of keep the train on the tracks and headed in a kind of similar direction despite Lane Kiffin leaving. But I'm interested in what you think, Hess. Like, obviously the most pressure in the SEC is on Lane Kiffin. To me, it's a pass or fail season. Either you go to the playoff or it's a failure. But I think right below them is Ole Miss. And a lot of it has to do with the season they had last year and Pete Golding winning a couple playoff games. Trinidad Chambliss comes back, one of the highest paid quarterbacks in the country. Like, I'm worried that they're going to be able to catch that same lightning in a bottle, especially with everybody, having a much greater probably opinion of what Ole Miss is now. They're going to get everybody's best shot. So I think outside of LSU, the most amount of pressure heading into media days and beyond is on Pete Golding.
Let me ask you this, CD, because I agree with you. I agree with LSU having the most and Ole Miss being right there. Are you surprised, and this isn't a rhetorical question, I'm not trying to influence you one way or the other, but are you surprised with how much love Ole Miss is getting heading into this season? Like, Sporting News and Sports Illustrated, ESPN, a lot of places you look, they've got them in the college football playoff, kind of knowing what they lost on the sideline with their offensive staff, but also they lost some key players. I mean, you've got your best edge rusher and your Mike linebacker now in Baton Rouge.
They've done a good job in the portal, though, as well. I know they've lost some guys, but I think they did do a nice job of backfilling and adding some pieces. I don't think it's a surprise. I think everybody puts their opinion on a team and what they're going to be heading into a new season based on their last memories of seeing them, and that was one of the hottest teams. That was one of the best stories in college football towards the end of the year last year. So I don't think it's a huge thing. I go back to what I said about Trinidad Chambliss. You make a great point. I think maybe more, and this maybe hearsay, but I think equally as much with Trinidad Chambliss and not having Lane Kiffin is Charlie Weiss Jr. not being there. Yeah. I mean, the fact that he was able to go back and forth during the playoff and what he, not only being the guy that's calling the plays and putting him in position to be successful, but the voice in the ear. That, man. What it for a quarterback, that relationship. We saw it at South Carolina. I mean, look at what happened with Dow Loggins leaving and Lenora Sellers struggling last year with Mike Shula. So I worry about being able to keep things on the track. Actually, it's ironic because PB, I'm heading to the airport right now. PB and I are doing a big sit down with Trinidad Chambliss tomorrow. So I'm anxious to get a little bit more thoughts on how he feels with some of the new dynamics this year. But I'm not surprised. I think it's easy to say, all right, well, what teams did the SEC get in last year? I feel good about Alabama and Georgia getting back in. I actually feel really good about Oklahoma getting back in. So to me, it's really like, all right, who's the team that kind of jumps up and surprises everybody? A couple years ago, it was Texas doing that. Last year, it was Oklahoma. Like, who's the team that we're not talking about that's going to be able to push themselves into that next tier of teams and make it to the college football playoff?
So real quick, this sit down with Trinidad Chambliss, UMPB, it's in Oxford?
Yes, it's in Oxford. I'll be landing in Memphis and driving to Oxford.
Yeah, I was about to say, you ain't landing in Oxford unless you're taking something private. Is this going to be like at the facility or at the bar at the library?
No, here's the deal. It's a fair point, fair question.
Yeah.
But the most important thing about what we've done with these sit downs, Hess, is that we've wanted to make them different than everybody else. We don't want to do it at the facility. We're trying to get to know that, like I mentioned, Will Stein. We did it at pickleball with he and his wife. We did some. We went fishing in Golish's backyard, stocked pond. I mean, it was cool. So I think we're doing it at Trinidad's place overlooking the square, which, is a flex in and of itself. But I wouldn't be opposed to doing it at the library. That might be a nice setting as well.
Yeah, look, I was just wondering because I know that if anybody knows the layout, it's you, and if anybody's going to try to drag you there, it's PB. So I was just trying to see if I could figure it out. All right, so we're going from Oxford back to Gainesville and then Tampa.
Yep. It's about that time, and I'm a glutton for punishment, Hess. Like, I by the end of the season, we're all just worn out, right? I'm tired from going back and forth, spending 4 nights a week on the road in Charlotte. I'm like, man, I can't wait to be at home. And then I hit the off season, I'm ready to start with the travel. So I need to try to recharge the battery. I think that's kind of what August is hopefully for. SEC Media Days is kind of that oasis. Remember in Bugs Bunny, you'd see that oasis out in the middle of the desert. I feel like we get a little football, and then we're back in the desert for another month before we get a chance to really hit this thing hard and get the season kicked off.
Well, I'm glad you're going to have some rest in August. I'm going on a 15-stop NFL training camp tour in August.
I mean, that's what big timers do. I mean, I'm so proud of you. You know how much I love you and watching all the success that you've had. It's just it's a little sad because we don't get to do as much together as we once did. But I guess that's the reason we get off season. So hopefully,
we're going to multiple teams that you played for: Steelers, the Commanders. I mean, you can just come up and go to training camp practice with me.
It's so funny because you get these alumni invites and different things like. I mean, that would be a tour in and of itself if I toured all the different places I played during my 10 years there.
Well, I'm going to be on most of those stops, so you just let me know. CD, we appreciate it, sir. Stay safe there in Oxford. Don't allow PB to cloud your judgment as he often does with certain people. Have fun. Looking forward to the interview and seeing some of that content coming out of Oxford with Trinidad Chambliss, and look forward to seeing you, brother.
Yeah, man. See you Sunday, bro. Thanks for having me.
All right, there he is, Chris Doering, SEC Network, having to deal with Peter Burns way too often. All right, we will step away. More OTB when we come back here live from the Raising Cane's studio.
Off the bench.
All right, go to getgordon.com, Gordon McKernan Injury Attorneys. Now, a lot of different ways that you can contact the G team. If you're going to getgordon.com, remember you can have a chat with a live agent. As soon as you go to the website, it's going to pop up and it's going to ask you what they can help you with today. That's one way. Another way, you can find them on social media, Facebook, Instagram, X, like whatever it is, any major social media. Their handle's always going to be at Get Gordon. So you can see what they're doing with your favorite athletes in Louisiana. You can see what they're doing throughout the local communities in Louisiana. All that's always going to be on social media. If you want to check out past client results, testimonials of past clients, they've got that on the website, getgordon.com as well. But the thing we always kind of encourage you to do, you can pick up the phone anywhere in the state of Louisiana. It doesn't matter where you're at, and you can put your area code followed by 888-8888. Have that conversation today. Getgordon.com, get Gordon, and get it done.
Jordan Faber here with some exciting news. Faber Automotive has officially arrived. We're proud to introduce your new hometown dealership, Faber Chevrolet GMC. That means more inventory, better deals, and the same great local team. Now backed by the trusted Faber family name. Whether you're shopping or servicing, you'll feel the difference from day one. Allow us the opportunity to earn your business.
Faber Chevrolet GMC. Visit us in St. Francisville or online at FaberChevrolet.com.
Hey everybody, Drew Brees here. Over the years, I've learned that the best teams are built on trust, preparation, and doing things the right way. That's one of the reasons I'm excited to announce that the Breeze Dream Foundation and I are partnering with Parrish Construction and Roofing. Together, we are committed to helping families prepare for hurricane season. That's why Parrish Construction and Roofing, the Breeze Dream Foundation, and WAFB are partnering to provide one capital area family with a brand new fortified roof. Visit WAFB.com/contest to enter the giveaway and view official rules and eligibility requirements. Because stronger homes build stronger communities.
These are the luckiest ice cubes in the world. They could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar. But instead, they've been called upon to cradle and cool a crisp, refreshing Dos Equis. Looks like the lucky just got luckier. Dos Equis.
Are you ready for an internet experience that actually keeps up with you? Then you're ready to step into a new kind of reliability with Rev Fiber. When your internet works, the possibilities open up, and suddenly everything feels more connected, just the way it should be. Seamless enough to keep up with every swipe and every click, anywhere you are. So leave the buffering behind. 100% fiber, 0% runaround, where support is still personal. Rev Fiber. Visit revfiber.com.
Today, we are shaping tomorrow.
We are researching how extreme stress impacts the immune system, from trauma victims to athletes and even astronauts.
Our work is leading the way in sepsis treatment, saving countless lives.
We're unlocking the mind with music in exciting new ways.
Our Lady of the Lake Health and LSU are improving the health of our state.
That's the impact of champions.
Imagine the impact we'll have on the future. Together, we roar.
Looking for cleaner energy? Propane is energy for everyone. Propane water heaters are very cost efficient, and the savings are even greater with a tankless propane water heater. We all know that Louisiana propane is a safe and environmentally friendly fuel. So why not go green while you save some green? I'm Miss Louisiana, Gabrielle McLeod, and for more information,
Tigers turn talkers. This is Off the Bench.
Riding in the drop top with the top down, so you're switching lanes, girl. Pull up to the red light, looking right, come in, let me get your name, girl. Tell me where you're from, what you do, what you like, let me pick your brain, girl. And tell me how they got that pretty little face on that pretty little frame, girl. Well, let me show you around, let me take you out, bet you we can have some fun, girl. Cause we can do it fast, fast, slow, whichever way you wanna run, girl. Well, let me buy you drinks, better yet rings, do it how you want it done, girl. And who would have thought that you could be the one? Cause I can't wait to fall in love with you. You can't wait to fall in love with me. This just can't be summer.
All right, welcome back in. OTB here live from the Raising Cane studio. Always want to remind you about our friends over at Bayou Automotive, BayouAutomotive.com down in LaPlace, Louisiana. Go see them today. Now, you don't have to go see them today. Now, if you want to drive down to LaPlace, it's a great dealership. But if you're at your desk right now and you've been in the market for a new vehicle, go to BayouAutomotive.com. You can buy your vehicle right there online, and they'll deliver your vehicle to you. An incredible service that they have over at Bayou Automotive. Please check out the Black Widow packages. You will be blown away. They are showstoppers, and they do it better than anybody in the country. I fully believe that. I've seen it. Nobody does it better. Go to BayouAutomotive.com today. All right, we just had a great conversation with our guy, Chris Doering. And CD, I love him. Always hoping that Florida gets back to their winning ways. Last year, he was very bullish on the Florida Gators. They did not have a good year, but I will back him up a little bit. And again, I'm not trying to slight Billy Napier. I like Billy. Billy's a good football coach. John Summerall's just different than Billy Napier. They finally got something they can be excited about there in Gainesville. And there's a lot of excitement in a lot of different places across the country. That's what this time of year is. It's, the optimism. It's we can do A, B, and C when actually you can't do any of them, but you think you can during this time of year. It's what I love about media days. Everybody's going to come in with the same record. But, there's going to be some coaches, there's going to be some people there that understand the pressure and the expectation that they're going to have. And I know that CD mentioned Lane Kiffin and having pressure to go out there and make the playoff, but there's some other coaches, and we can get into it in the next hour, that are going to be feeling it this year if it doesn't go their way. And they're not going to make the playoff. It's not playoff caliber teams, but they're going to have expectations to be better than they were, to show some signs of life. And we can go over that list too, because there's going to be a lot of new coaches in the SEC and new landing spots, but that doesn't mean there won't be brand new ones next year. There's some coaches on this list that are going to be at Media Day that if they don't even go, let's say 8-4, they're going to be looking for a new job and they're going to be looking for employment because they're not going to be in their spot. So we'll have that conversation. We've got Connor O'Gara joining us in 30 minutes from now as well. Stay locked in to OTB.
Off the bench.
All right, go see our friends over at Ochsner. As we tell you all the time, there's so many different locations that are going to be convenient for you depending on what you need, depending on what you are looking for. And we always tell you about the orthopedic clinics, right? So whether you're dealing with sports injuries, joint pain, maybe you just woke up one morning and something doesn't feel right, don't wait to get it checked out. The team at Ochsner Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is here to help you. And they want you to get back to doing what you love. So if you need care fast, there's an orthopedic walk-in clinic located right next to Elite Training Academy on Burbank. Remember, there's no appointment necessary. They even offer on-site x-rays so you can get answers fast. If you want to learn more information about that location or any other orthopedic clinics, remember, all you got to do is go to their website. That's ochsner.org/BRortho. Again, that's ochsner.org/BRortho. Ochsner Orthopedics and Sports Medicine.
At Bayou Automotive, we believe in a sales process that puts you first. We want you to experience an easy purchase with clear pricing and great service. Let Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram be your trusted partners in finding your perfect vehicle. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
Looking for the ultimate game day experience? Come to the Queen Casino in Baton Rouge. Wall-to-wall TVs mean you'll see every touchdown in HD. Place your bets and feel the thrill of every play with our DraftKings Sportsbook. The Queen Casino, where every moment is a win.
Lockmere Deshawn Fagan and Associates has won for our clients over $175 million over the decades, but our greatest success is our clients who have chosen and trusted us to help them. Whether you hire us at all, give us a call. You've got nothing to lose.
Hi, I'm Sean Fagan. If you get injured, you could be staring at medical bills, repair costs, and lost income. Life can be turned upside down. At Lockmere Deshawn Fagan and Associates, we'll work to turn your world right side up. Hire us, and like thousands of our clients, you'll be glad you did.
Transform your living space with Lacoste & Young Remodeling and take your home from outdated to outstanding. Redefine your kitchen for the ultimate culinary experience or elevate your daily routine with a spa-worthy bathroom retreat. Our skilled team brings 3D modeling to life to ensure your vision becomes a reality. We believe luxury should be accessible and offer tailored solutions to fit your budget without compromising quality. So contact us today for a free estimate. Lacoste & Young Remodeling, providing perfect solutions for your dream home.
If your office is experiencing performance issues like slow networks, jammed printers, or disappearing files, Advanced Office Systems may be right for you. With powerful IT solutions, print management, document imaging, and security systems, they help offices regain confidence naturally. Side effects may include uncontrollable efficiency, smoother workflows, and a sudden burst of office joy. Say goodbye to those emotional breakdowns in the supply closet and get back on track with Advanced Office Systems.
Who bears the standard? Who sets the bar? It's not those satisfied by low-hanging fruit or by taking it easy. Now the standard is set by the best of us, by those who work hard. Dig deeper. Give more. At Sunshine, we're proud to provide John Deere products that work hard for you, the standard bearers. Find the dealer nearest you at sunequip.com.
With Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
Okay, here we go.
Where the plays get broken down and science gets denied.
Hey, they said I gotta come off the bench.
Hour 2 of Off the Bench, live from the Raising Cane studio.
All right, welcome back in. OTB, hour number 2, here live from the Raising Cane's studio. No Flynn, Jake, Alondra, Tay-Tay. Flynn's landed somewhere, though, because he's writing us text messages about emails that he's getting for SEC Media Day. And what they do is, like, anytime that someone's going to be there and they're going to be available, they'll send everyone an email. Hey, would you like to, get a time ready for this person, whoever that person might be? You could sit down and, we're trying to figure out our schedule. And almost everyone that Flynn gets, he's like, hey, who the hell is this person? I'm not going to say who he asked about because the guy's a legend. I respect the guy too much. I'm not going to throw him under the bus, but Flynn's panicking already about having to interview people he doesn't know.
I do get why Flynn didn't know who that was, in fairness to Flynn.
Really, though?
Matt, yeah, the people Matt doesn't know, that one's not that shocking.
Yeah.
It coming from him. This guy's also not still like currently in the spotlight.
He just retired though.
Yeah, I know, but
yeah. All right. That was pretty tough for Flynn last year. I gotta back my boy up a little bit. He got the job during LSU winning a national championship in baseball, a sport in which he hadn't done a deep dive into. He came into it at the very end of the season. And then right after that, we ship him off to SEC Media Days. We should actually, I'm sitting here and I'm thinking about it. I think I'm gonna come up with a list of like made up names and made up titles of who the person is, and I'm gonna send it to Matt, and I'm gonna format it where it's like, hey, Monday I'm gonna put like 4 names in, Tuesday, Wednesday I'm gonna put like different names in, and they're gonna be random, like just the most random things you've ever heard. I need y'all to back me up, not give it away.
Yeah, I mean, I'm so game for this.
Yeah, I'm gonna be like, hey, we're gonna have the guy who made the new Rydell helmet. Like he's going around, he's talking about the new helmets that he made, the new design for concussions, and he's gonna come sit down with us.
it'd be perfect. It's like a coach.
I can't wait.
Matt's asking him about helmets. His coach, what the
we're
hell?
going to have another guy. The SEC is putting a guy in charge of mental training for all SEC football players.
Yeah.
Right? So he's going to sit down with us. We're going to talk like some mental therapy with him as well.
You should trick him into thinking that there's actually like a hydration person now.
Oh, that's
And he needs to like try to get in with that guy from My High. Like,
or
hey.
just like, hey, we're going to have an expert in hydration. He's going to come on the show. The SEC is kind of asking if anybody wanted him. And since he knows so much about hydration, I figured our show would be perfect for him.
Right.
Just to like almost make him mad. Like nobody knows more about hydration than the king of hydration.
That or he thinks he's going to get a deal done.
Ooh, that. I don't
Says
know.
it at the bottom of his email. King of hydration.
Should we do like, I don't know. He gets pretty worked up if he thinks somebody knows more about hydration than him. Either one.
A fake player would be funny. It's like they did it to Gronk. Remember they made up the fake Cowboys tight end? And then he was like, yeah.
We should make it like the most like Georgia quarterback name possible.
Okay, it was Gunnar Stockton before.
Brock Vandersloot.
Something just like generic but sounds real. Let's see.
No,
something Braxton something.
Cooper Finley. That sounds like a guy.
That sounds like a Kentucky quarterback.
Yeah, that does, actually.
And nobody knows anything about
That's
Kentucky
a good call.
anyways, so let's just go with that. Kentucky quarterback.
Yeah,
Cooper Finley.
We're going to come up with a list, and we're going to be like, hey, Matt, and I'm going to send it in the group chat, and y'all can't say anything. I'm going to be like, hey, here's our first 3 days at Media Day, on top of the players that are going to be there.
I love a prank.
Yeah, they scheduled these guys, so I want you to kind of do some research on them. And then he's not going to be able to find anything. He's going to panic.
Now, I wonder if he'll say he wasn't able to find anything, or he'll be like, I didn't have time to research it. Okay, we'll be fine. He says that a lot.
He
I
does,
didn't have time.
but he's also going to be incredibly nervous. I love this. I love it. And he doesn't get in until like 11 p.m. on Sunday night.
He's going to be on island time the whole
that
time.
man's not going to be trying to like research some fake name on St. Bart's time.
Not at all.
So like that morning, I'd be like, hey, did you get a chance to look at Vandersloot's profile?
Vandersloot.
Bro. He's been, oh, yeah.
Yeah, I looked at it. He's got bad mechanics, but he's got a good arm.
How far, like,
he's going to go pretty far.
How far do we want to go? I will go get somebody to sit down.
No, we need to find somebody that looks like they would.
JD Piquel.
Yeah.
Yes.
He looks like a Vandersloot.
Still in shape.
And he would not know who he is.
No, he'd have no idea who JD was.
Yes, you need to go get
JD would
JD
certainly
and be like,
buy-
your name is Brock Vandersloot.
He would buy into it.
Yeah.
Oh, this is so good. Okay, we're doing this.
JD looks like a Brock, too.
He does.
Like
He looks like a Brock
that's
Vandersloot
perfect.
that plays quarterback at Georgia. And they mean that in a very nice way.
Yeah. He's got some insane quads.
He played for Cornell and Baylor.
Yeah.
Right?
Should we
I remember Baylor.
Georgia?
I don't know the other one.
Yeah, it's Cornell. Should we do Georgia? Because he's going to know Gunnar Stockton.
True.
What if you did like
But
Vandy?
I feel like
No, he's going to know. We talked about Jared Curtis.
I feel like Matt wouldn't know that Gunner's coming back.
He probably wouldn't.
Yeah.
But he would be like, I hadn't heard him. It probably does need to be
Kentucky could work.
Missouri.
Oh, he would not.
Oh,
know
yeah.
Missouri.
Never.
Ever.
He says they're not even in the SEC. That works fine.
But does JD look like a Missouri quarterback though?
He looks like a Kentucky.
Yeah.
More than Vanderbilt.
Yeah. We were just talking Kenny Minchie the other day, but does he remember that?
No, he doesn't.
So, I mean, Kentucky might be the play.
All right. We're workshopping here. All right.
I love this.
I'm more excited
all for
about
a
this
prank.
than media days in general.
And Busch Gardens.
Busch Gardens going to be elite.
I like how CD had a.
He had some inside info.
He was like, no, we're gonna get the season pass and we're gonna go every night.
I forgot his daughter moved down to Tampa, so CD's about to
He's
live
familiar.
his best life. Yeah. All right, here inside the document, I'm going to throw this one behind the glass. This is something I'm just catching up with. Apparently, Ole Miss's athletic director, Keith Carter, who loves a microphone, is speaking up again.
Yeah, this was actually back on July 10th is when the interview occurred. He spoke to the Clarion Ledger and, blew through a bunch of different topics, but it brought up Prince Williman Mielen and Devin Harper, the two Ole Miss transfers that are now at LSU, and they had certain contracts with Ole Miss, and he said that a buyout has not been paid for 6 months now, and that court is apparently one of the avenues that Ole Miss is considering. His direct quote is, "That would be an option, going and asking a court to get that money for you. Contracts are with the players, but LSU could pay that on the players' behalf. So we're kind of exploring all of those options right now." So I guess they could potentially either sue Uman Mielen and Harper directly or LSU to try to get the buyout money that they say they are owed due to contracts that they signed before they left.
This is a very slippery slope. When someone wants to do this, like, you have to know there's so many different situations that are going to play out with the portal and what it is. And if you point a finger, there could be two more pointing back at you. It's a very slippery slope. And I'm not just saying that to Ole Miss. I'm saying that to anybody and everybody.
Yeah, everybody's kind of finding loopholes everywhere, and college football has basically become a courtroom TV show. Like, you're on Judge Judy at all times in college football now. So I think that definitely every school is doing something that's a little shady. So you're right. Like, you got to be careful where you're pointing the finger, because the Gladstone's houses, whatever.
That's the big thing for me. Like, if you think
Stones, houses, glass, whatever.
Something. Y'all know what we're talking about.
You can see through it, and it might break. If you think they violated the contract, look, I'm good with it. I mean, players sue for anything and everything all the time. Like, there's 11 NCAA basketball players right now suing because they didn't qualify for the 5-for-5, and for some reason they believe they should. So if Ole Miss wants to do that, fine. Coming out and saying this publicly to a publication as big as the Clarion Ledger, like, kind of back to Alondra's point, is a choice. Like, you're already under the spotlight, whether you're LSU, whether you're Ole Miss. Coming out with this just seems a little petty to announce this publicly. Like, if you want to sue, if you want to go to court, fine, whatever. That's your choice. But to make a big scene about it just kind of doesn't make a ton of sense to me.
Well, also you got to be careful doing stuff like this publicly because players see this, recruits see this, families see this.
Great point.
Right, wrong, or indifferent, like they are going to have a negative reaction to this. If you're in any way against players and their movement and their freedom in today's college athletics, they are going to see that as a, hey, this guy's not on board. He is not going to play the game. And again, we think a lot of different things about how it's all played out. I'm not saying that's right, but I can tell you that's how they're going to feel.
Yeah, that's
so
the blowback. It doesn't make a lot of sense because, like, to your point, there are people out there that believe that college athletes should just be able to do whatever the hell they want for whatever reason necessary. There's people out there like that. I'm not one of them, but yeah, I mean, I don't see how this becomes a positive in the public light for Ole Miss. I don't see it.
Man, it is going to. I've been to a lot of media days. This is going to be, I think, 11 or 12, and there's something. Look, there's always going to be something. There's going to be a headline. There's going to be something that's spicy, and for sure. I don't know that we've ever had one that's going to be as unpredictable maybe as this one could be, as it could be, with Ole Miss, with LSU, with all the things surrounding that entire situation, and there's going to be other stuff as well from other schools, but the fact that Pete Golding was at Ole Miss when the entire staff was there. He knows them, and then he gets the head coaching job. And then, Lane's going to have to answer a bunch of questions where, in the past you kind of answer what you want to answer. At media days, you don't get that opportunity. You're going to be at a podium. They're going to ask you a ton of questions. Now, when I got Lane in the SiriusXM room, we're going to chop it up about ball because that's what I care about, okay? But that's going to be the easiest room that he's going to be in because everything else is going to be about that. Pete Golding is going to be – he's going to be prodded like, hey, say something bad about Lane. Say something bad about Lane. Say something bad about LSU. And he's going to have to try to be careful not to say it, right? Now, again, going back to earlier conversation, I don't know him to ever hold his tongue, so I don't know, what's going to happen. We don't know what's going to come out. And the fact that LSU's bringing a former Ole Miss player – TJ's going to have to make sure that he's ready for any question and not get too far off his marker, which is going to be incredibly difficult. I can't remember one that's got this spiciness to it like this one's going to have.
It's exciting. Normally SEC media days suck. They're kind of boring. They leave the bad teams for last, and I think this is going to be great. The fact that LSU doesn't have to go first at 10 a.m. on the first day, I actually kind of like.
Oh, I love it because it's for us, it's so exciting. Woohoo!
Rest of the week, you're at least LSU you have to look forward to as the week goes along. I think it's great. Trades is going to have the easiest media day.
It is
out of the three.
It is very, very smart. It is very smart of the SEC to put Ole Miss on Wednesday and LSU on Thursday. And LSU is going to get the final word. They are. They're going to be the last day. And you're right. Trades Green's going to have the easiest of any of them because Witt is dating Lane Kiffin's daughter.
And that's going to be all the questions.
One of those questions. So it's going to have some spiciness to it. And this, Keith Carter coming out, loves a microphone, getting behind it again. That's just another layer to what's going to be a very exciting media days. All right. We will step away. We do have Connor O'Gara joining us in about 15 minutes from now to continue breaking down SEC media days. Look forward to that conversation. As always, we'll have that for you when we jump back here on OTB.
Off the bench.
Raising Cane's is honoring Chuck Norris on National Chicken Finger Day. For every box combo sold on July 27th, Cane's is donating $1 to Chuck's Foundation, Kickstart Kids.
When it comes to industrial construction, River Parish Contractors can do it all. Mechanical, structural, custom fabrication, specialized welding, and turnaround services. Strategically located in between Baton Rouge and New Orleans, we have the local team with the experience and commitment to safety to manage the most complex industrial projects. Period. Here's the deal. Partnering with us means your project is delivered on time, on budget, and most important, safely. River Parish Contractors, let's get building.
My name is Mike Krumholt, and I've been with First American Bank for 4 years. What makes First American Bank special is we're able to offer all the products and services that any other big bank can offer. What sets us apart is being able to give that small town feel that someone can pick up the phone and they can talk to someone or stop by the branch and get excellent customer service.
The Ascension Parish Sheriff's Office protects and serves over 132,000 residents across the parish.
Keeping our community safe is our mission, and Rev Fiber plays a critical role in how we respond. Whether it's training in our special divisions, forensics investigations, or fielding emergency calls in our operations center, Rev Business connects our teams in real time, which is why we partner with Rev Business.
Get 6 months free of Rev Business services. Call or click today.
I'm Lawyer Locke Meredith. If you're battling an insurance company because of a wreck not your fault and they're not calling you back or being fair, whether you hire us at all, give us a call, 272-5555, or email Locke Meredith, Sean Fagan and Associates. You have nothing to lose.
Hello, I'm Collins Meredith. If you've been injured on the job, you'll likely have a workers' compensation claim, but you may also have a tort claim, which opens up significant recovery rights not normally available for a work injury. If this is you, call us or come see us at Locke Meredith, Sean Fagan and Associates.
Transform your living space with Lacoste & Young Remodeling and take your home from outdated to outstanding. Redefine your kitchen for the ultimate culinary experience or elevate your daily routine with a spa-worthy bathroom retreat. Our skilled team brings 3D modeling to life to ensure your vision becomes a reality. We believe luxury should be accessible and offer tailored solutions to fit your budget without compromising quality. So contact us today for a free estimate. Lacoste & Young Remodeling, providing perfect solutions for your dream home.
When it comes to choosing energy for your family and your home, make the smart choice with natural gas. You can count on efficient and affordable natural gas to keep you comfortable and reduce your environmental impact to help protect our planet. Together, we're fueling our energy future. Atmos Energy.
From the locker room to the airwaves, it's Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
All right, welcome back in OTB. Remember, if you've been feeling tired, your workouts aren't producing the same results, if your energy is down, or you just don't feel like yourself anymore, it might not be age. It might be your hormones. Now, the team over at Rejuve Me Medical offers personalized HRT with the labs that we talk about all the time, the ins, the outs, 5 minutes in, right? You're out of there. You go back 5 minutes, 10 minutes. You get a plan together. I mean, we're talking about 15, 20 minutes total time to get that treatment plan together. They got experienced medical professionals that are going to help men and women get back to feeling their best. Don't settle for feeling good enough. Schedule your consultation today at RejuveMeMedical.com. That's RejuveMeMedical.com. Did we see the Stephon Diggs? Not that stuff about Stephon Diggs. That's a whole different subject. We saw that. We talked about that in the group chat. No, but he said that he is the best number 2 receiver in the NFL.
I did see that.
And it's pretty funny because, one, no, you're not. And it's not like a slight. He had 1,000 yards last year. But you're not on a team currently. And there's guys like, George Pickens, Devontae Adams, T. Higgins, That's pretty good. You know, Jordan Addison.
Shoot, Jawan Jennings and Vikings for that point.
Third, right? It brings up looking at the list of free agents still available out there. And it's always, okay, like, why is Stephon Diggs? I know Stephon Diggs has some stuff off the field as well, but he did have 1,000 yards, and he's just sitting out there. He's not signed. There's a couple of receivers, like Keenan Allen is still out there. Deebo Samuel is still out there. If we go over to the edge rushers, there's still guys out there in that list. Joey Bosa is still out there. Von Miller, who had 9 sacks last year, is out there. Kyle Van Noy, Jadeveon Clowney is still out there. It's a surprising free agent market in the NFL. And one of the things about going on a training camp tour that I'm excited about is to kind of look to see how they kind of view some of their position groups. Because, like, you look at a team like the Chicago Bears. Like, I feel like the Bears are an edge rusher away from maybe making a run all the way and maybe playing for something of note, like a Lombardi Trophy. Why are you not signing Von Miller? Why are you not signing Joey Bosa? I'm not saying that they're anywhere close to where they were at their peak, but if you've got money to spend and there's available free agents out there like that, why would you not try to go bring them in if they're the missing piece? Because you look at what these teams currently have, and this falls into a conversation for a lot of different teams across a lot of different positions. We talked about it yesterday with the New Orleans Saints with Nick Underhill. You probably need another defensive back. Now, you're not going to go out there. Like Marshawn Lattimore, he said that did not end great in New Orleans. Okay, I get that. But Tre'Davious White, Jimmy Ward, Trayvon Diggs. Just trying to throw like some of the names out there. Russell Douglas was available until the other day. He signed with the Commanders. So it's always for me, I'm like, okay, well, either you believe more in the young players that we don't know enough about, apparently, or you're just trying to use your guys, the guys that you drafted, and you're trying to be, not trying to be, you kind of are, you're being stubborn about it. You're being hard-headed about it, because there's a list of free agents this year that not only are they names, but again, like Von Miller had 9 sacks last year. Stephon Diggs had 1,000 yards receiving last year. They're still productive players. It's a little bit surprising that they're still all out there and available.
Yeah, it really is. And I mean, back to the original point. No, I mean, he's not the best number 2. We just named 3 or 4 out there. But you look at some of these teams. Jake, we talked about this the other day. Why the hell have the Miami Dolphins not called Stephon Diggs? He would be their number 1.
I think for the Dolphins, it falls into that category of how hard do we really want to try to win 7 games?
I mean, I get it, but
I would say, why in the world have the Kansas City Chiefs not called Stephon Diggs? Have you seen their receiver list?
It's
bad.
Rashee Rice, which whoever knows if he's going to be on the field
he's
or
going to
not.
be suspended for something.
Kelsey's
for 8 games at least, right?
Not get any younger. I mean, outside of that, what do you have? I mean, yeah, you brought in Kenneth Walker, great. You didn't bring in any pass catchers.
No, and Xavier Worthy has not lived up to being a top pick. Jalen Royals was really bad last year as a rookie.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have a ton there.
Well, you don't have any big weapons. I mean, again, Rashee Rice has some size, but what's that going to look like? I mean, bring in a Keenan Allen would be perfect for them. He could go in there. He could live in the slot. He could be a check down option for Mahomes. Like even a Diggs or a Deebo Samuel, they could give you something in that offense. It's better than what they have now. And I'm not sure Mahomes is going to start the season. You could say, oh, Mahomes could do it on his own. Can Justin Fields? Because he didn't with the Jets last year.
All right, I'm going to give you all some homework while we're talking with Connor O'Gara coming up here in about 5 minutes. All right, the homework is going to be, because you mentioned Patrick Mahomes, and so many times in the past he's been able to, whoever's out there, elevate them and make those around him much better. And they've gone other places when they leave Patrick, and they're not the same. He's coming off an LCL and an ACL. So heading into this 2026 season, so not what they did, 5 years ago, not what they're going to do in 5 years from now, but heading into this 2026 season, top 5 quarterbacks in the NFL. Just heading into this season. So not oh man, I think Jackson Dart's going to be this in 3 years, or Tyler Shuck or whoever. And not what they did, not what Aaron Rodgers did 5 years ago. Just heading into this 2026 season, top 5 quarterbacks. So we'll have that discussion. We're going to have our guy Connor O'Gara join us. Looking forward to having that conversation with Connor to break down SEC Media Days. And obviously there's a lot of storylines. Now the main storyline is LSU and Ole Miss, but Connor's going to give you all the latest, all the greatest, and we'll have that conversation with Connor O'Gara when we come back here live inside the Raising Cane's studio.
Off the bench.
All right, go to GCOPnet.com, GCOPnet.com. Gulf Coast Office Products, your unquestioned leader in all things office. Solutions, technology, customer service. That is really one of the things. Actually, it's the first thing. When you meet with Trey Bill, he's going to mention is the customer service in New Orleans, Baton Rouge, Mandeville, Lafayette, 4 locations in Louisiana. But it doesn't matter which one you're dealing with. The number you call, the person that answers is going to be the person that helps you. It is what they pride themselves on. They don't transfer you. They don't send you on this wild goose chase to try to find an answer. They are the answer, and they're going to help you from the very get-go. And they have everything that any large national retailer is going to have. They have every bell, every whistle paired with that incredible customer service. So again, 4 locations in Louisiana. They're always online as well, ready to help you. That website, GCOPnet.com.
Jordan Faber here with some exciting news. Faber Automotive has officially arrived. We're proud to introduce your new hometown dealership, Faber Chevrolet GMC. That means more inventory, better deals, and the same great local team. Now backed by the trusted Faber family name. Whether you're shopping or servicing, you'll feel the difference from day one. Allow us the opportunity to earn your business.
Fabry Chevrolet GMC. Visit us in St. Francisville or online at FabryChevrolet.com.
Hi, I'm Mitchell Meredith with Locke Meredith Sean Fagan & Associates. We take great pride in educating our clients about their rights. Whether you're injured at work or while you drive, call our office at 272-5555. Knowledge is power, and you should know your rights after an injury.
Hi, I'm Sean Fagan of Locke Meredith Sean Fagan & Associates. When insurance companies have been unfair, we've never been afraid to go to trial. Fighting hard to protect your rights, we never settle a case out of convenience. We only settle when it's right for you. Whether you hire us at all, give us a call.
At Relief Windows, we're more than windows. We're windows, doors, hardy plank, and vinyl siding. But our #1 product's always customer satisfaction. Come visit us at ReliefWindows.com. By the way, we do shutters too.
The experts at Hood Dental Care want you smiling bigger and healthier than ever. New patients can get a healthy gums cleaning for just $89, plus a free exam and full mouth x-rays. A $376 value. With over 3,000 5-star Google reviews, 5 local locations, and easy online scheduling with same-day care. Hood Dental makes it simple to get started. And we always have other great giveaways for new patients. Check out hooddentalcare.com and schedule your appointment today.
If your office is experiencing performance issues like slow networks, jammed printers, or disappearing files, Advanced Office Systems may be right for you. With powerful IT solutions, print management, document imaging, and security systems, they help offices regain confidence naturally. Side effects may include uncontrollable efficiency, smoother workflows, and a sudden burst of office joy. Say goodbye to those emotional breakdowns in the supply closet and get back on track with Advanced Office Systems.
I've been in banking for over 35 years. I usually start about 7:30 in the morning, and I usually leave somewhere around 5, or if customers need me to meet them at their house.
From the locker room to the airwaves, it's Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
We've been doing it my way, getting my bread for years.
All right, welcome back in. OTB here live from the Raising Cane's studio. It is always our pleasure to catch up with our next guest. It's our guy, Connor O'Gara, now the host of the OG Kickoff with the guys over at Next Round Live. Connor, what's going on, brother? How we doing?
Doing well, man. I feel like it's been a minute. I'm not used to going this long without talking to you, but it's good to hear your voice.
I know. Ever since I made the move to the old NFL channel, I know I miss a lot of my college football brethren. So that's why I'm so excited about next week and being down in Tampa. That's like basically kind of a home game for you.
You know, an hour and a half drive is really nice. It's very convenient in this day and age when I don't have to worry about air travel or anything like that. Quick little Sunday night drive from my home here in Orlando. And I know a lot of people will be poo-pooing Tampa, even though it's Florida and it's right on the water, but whatever. We don't need to debate that. But it will be nice for me to not have to make the trip up to Hoover or up to Nashville or something like that. I love those places. They're all well and good, but yeah, home field, it's going to be really nice.
Yeah, we were discussing in studio, not that Tampa's a bad place, but we were like, okay, why Tampa? And I guess you're throwing the Gators a bone here. Now, maybe Orlando would have been an option as well. Maybe Jacksonville would have been an option. But, Tampa, I guess a little bit, it's on the footprint-ish, but it's a little bit of a unique choice, I think.
I think so. I mean, outside of the Aaron Murrays of the world who have grown up in the great city of Tampa, I don't know that a lot of people were pushing for it, but I know that they're just trying to move this around. And Sankey had teased the idea of Vegas a few years ago. I personally wouldn't necessarily be the biggest fan of that. I think we're getting a little bit too far outside of our geographical footprint if we're doing something like that. Ultimately, though, nobody really cares except the people that are actually going to this, which, is us. So I guess we're just probably talking in a vacuum right now.
Can we get one in New Orleans?
I mean, why not? Like, this seems so obvious to me, and the fact that it hasn't happened yet, it is kind of baffling because we've had Atlanta, we've had Nashville, Dallas, Tampa. New Orleans feels like it's next. I'm going to make a bold prediction and say it'll be New Orleans by the end of the decade.
Okay, I think more than anything, I think he's worried that PB and CD would not make their call times on the SEC network.
Yeah, I think that's fair. Look, even Feinbaum probably would be tough. I think everybody would probably have a little bit too much fun. That's honestly, like that's probably the reason is that there's too much to do in New Orleans, and everybody would just be hung over by Tuesday.
That's true.
And then the Thursday vibes would creep in 48 hours earlier, and I don't think people would be a fan of that.
All right, so you mentioned the Thursday vibes. It's a great place to start here as we get into the actual SEC media days, because you're right, we've done this for over a decade. We know typically by Thursday everyone's like, oh my God, can you please get me out of here? Now the SEC this year I think has done something smart. They put not only Texas on Thursday, but they put LSU on Thursday. LSU's always been the leadoff hitter. It has always been right out of the gates, here comes LSU, and that has been how SEC media days has started over the last decade. Well, now they move them to Thursday, and LSU is going to be as talked about as any team at SEC Media Days. The Ole Miss LSU. Ole Miss is Wednesday, LSU's Thursday. That is a really good move, I think, by the SEC, because as much as by Thursday we're like, get me out of here, everybody's going to be locked in to LSU.
I would think so. And for those who are kind of wondering, like, what are going to be the storylines in college football this year that isn't the Protect College Sports Act and expanding the playoff and all the boring things, and I'm just like, golly, I do not care. Look no further than those Bayou Bengals of yours, because my goodness, man, Lane Kiffin being there for the first time with LSU is going to be great theater. I do think that him bringing TJ Daugherty is fascinating because of the Ole Miss element to it. And for those that want to say like, you know what, he's a leader. No. This is Lane Kiffin being Lane Kiffin in every possible way. He's got a $6 million quarterback that he left home, and maybe he left him home because of the ankle injury and all that stuff with the Liz Frank and whatnot. But I still look at this and go, Lane is going to be great theater no matter what. Even if he is in his very typical boring Lane press conference mode, which he very often is in these settings, it's still going to be fascinating to talk about all these different storylines. And maybe, just maybe, that game September 19th in Oxford, I think if I had to guess, it's going to come up once or twice.
I would say so. And we talked about, like, TJ Daugherty is going to probably have it as tough as any player there, and that's including, like, Arch Manning, who last year, I mean, had like a whole posse of security guards following him around. Now, like, Whit Weeks is going to get some of it because, obviously he's dating Lane Kiffin's daughter, and, all those questions are but look, Whit's been at media days. He's been there. He's done that. He's going to have great answers, and that's not the same as, hey, why'd you leave Ole Miss? Why are you at LSU? Like, TJ is going to have to do some heavy lifting as well.
Yeah, and I hope he's prepped for that because I think you're right. I think he's going to have a ton of people there. And for everybody that kind of understands the dynamics of going, wait a minute, this guy committed to LSU very late in the portal cycle. He and Uman Mielen, who there's still a buyout situation kind of looming over that. This is going to be something that I think is worth dissecting of, hey, why did you see yourself as a better fit? Knowing that you had a lot of success in the Pete Golding defense and knowing that that was a team that was 20 seconds away from playing for a national championship. And there are Ole Miss fans who are like, oh, he wouldn't have played as much. And they're trying to win that breakup. But I think understanding that storyline is kind of understanding, what is the juiciest plot in the SEC as a whole, at least as it relates to this offseason.
Now let's get to our guy, Pete Golding. We were talking about it earlier. The thing about Pete that I've always loved, if it comes in Pete's head, it's coming out of his mouth. That's the way Pete Golding is. It's the way he's always been. He is never going to change. It doesn't matter if he's got a DC or an HC next to his name. How do you think it's going to be for Ole Miss head coach Pete Golding?
I was discussing this with Ben Garrett, who covers all things Ole Miss for On3, and we were debating if Pete Golding is now the best cusser in college football. I think he's up there. I think
he's going to. What are you putting the over under on him at the podium cuss words?
I don't want to assume that he's just going to let it rip. I'm going to say it's like 4 is the over under.
I was going to say 3.5.
Yeah, he's going to have a few that are going to come out, and I think it's just not being in these settings. Let's not forget, this is the first time he's going to be in a setting like this with a ton of people that are going to be chomping at the bit to ask him questions, hopefully not about protect college sports and whatnot, actually get to things that matter. But I do think that he's going to let it fly in ways that we're not used to seeing. And this is an interesting dynamic, too, with having 6 coaches in new spots in the SEC. There's some young blood. Like, I don't know if you've like picked up on this. Half of the coaches in the SEC were born in the 1980s now. I mean, the oldest coach in the SEC is Brent Venables, the guy who runs stadiums in his free time. Yeah. This is a younger dynamic that we're having in the conference. And so, kind of the ways of old of being, always politically correct, that might be going by the wayside, and Pete Golding might be the best reflection of that.
I'm looking forward to it. You're right. I mean, it's going to be the first setting for Pete, and we saw in the college football playoff run, I mean, Pete is somebody that's still going to stay true to himself, and I think 3.5, I'm probably going to take the over there. All right, so you mentioned the young coaches. There's new coaches all across the SEC, some that are going to different spots that have been in the SEC, but there's going to be a lot of new coaches. If you take the Ole Miss LSU portion out of this, Connor, what are you looking forward to? Who are you looking forward to maybe catching up with that you haven't had a chance to spend a lot of time around?
I'm interested to see how John Summerall comes across because, and I said this on Off Campus, but one of the things that feels obvious with him is that he has won the press conference and he has made sure from the jump that he was going to win that press conference. Is he going to continue to win over people in that room in Tampa? What's kind of a home field for him, albeit with a 2-hour drive from Gainesville. I'm interested to see kind of how he comes across because he seems as genuine as the day is long, and he has hit on all these key points that have been sources of frustration with the Billy Napier era. And I do think that he's going to bring a new type of energy to the table. And there are a lot of people that are looking at the personnel moves that he's made in this offseason going, dang, Florida, with the schedule that's finally not like maybe the toughest in college football, are they going to win 8 games this year? Like, are they going to keep their head above water and actually be in playoff contention? Because they've kind of had those moments with year one coaches, even if you look at how much they've struggled post-Urban Meyer. So I'm fascinated to see what it looks like with Summerall. I think he's going to win over even more people. And I haven't been in an in-person setting with him in the way that you have. So I think he's going to be one of those guys that comes across. And for those of us who haven't seen him, we're going to be like, okay, I get it. And I get why people are so high on him.
Yeah, and again, and I hate doing this because it is throwing shade at Billy Napier, and that's not my intention. Billy's personality is just different. Is a different personality. Billy's never going to get worked up. Billy was never going to get behind a microphone and galvanize a crowd. It's just not who he is, and that's fine. You can be a great football coach and not do that. John Summerall is the complete opposite. He is going to have everyone eating out of the palm of his hand. He's going to be exciting. He's going to be young, energetic. It is going to be a different feel for Florida. So just based off that alone, the different personalities, Connor, I think John's going to win the room.
I was going to add to that. Billy's never going to give up play calling duties. Just things like this. Look, I think we can all look back on his time and say he made some clear mistakes. He's since admitted that. I saw the story in On3 wherein he admitted such a thing. And I think that Summerall, if you're trying to understand like the dynamic and how unique he is, Alex Golesh brought over a dozen players from U.S. staff, brought over some of those assistants, and it made a lot of sense that he brought that with him to Auburn, who, I don't know if you've noticed this, but they've endured their worst 5-year stretch since the Harry Truman administration.
Yes.
And meanwhile, Florida is also in this, decade of dysfunction, so to speak. Shout out Mark Nagy for that. And they are in a much different place with this year one rebuild, having just brought over a punter and a kicker from Tulane. That's it. So there's more than one way to skin a cat. I don't know who these sickos are who are out here skinning cats, but Lord knows there are different philosophies for year one success. And those two, coming from very similar backgrounds in the American, are doing it in entirely different ways. And I'm interested to kind of see how they go about their year one business.
Catching up with our guy, Connor O'Gara, host of the OG Kickoff, now with the fellas over at the Next Round Live. Connor, Vanderbilt's interesting to me as well. Nobody's talking about them yet again. The last 2 years, they've been a really good football team. Diego Pavia is no longer on the squad, and it feels like everything they built up over the last 2 years has just gone out the window. Everybody's just assuming they're going to be back to same old Vanderbilt. At least that's the vibe that I get. Are you getting the same vibe? And is Clark Lee going to yet again be able to fly under the radar and just punch teams in the mouth?
It's so difficult to process because, yes, Diego Pavia, I mean, let's call it what it is. He's the difference maker. This New Mexico State migration that we saw take place over the last 2 years has been so transformative in ways that we never could have imagined in Nashville. But the thing that's so difficult to process is that while Clark Lee is coming off this historically great season, he's also 2-22 in SEC games in which Diego Pavia is not his QB1. And so that looms. We've seen what it looks like with 2 winless seasons in SEC play without Diego Pavia. And I think that if you're trying to figure out what's the path back to being able to be a 6, 7, 8 win team, it's Tim Beck. It's Tim Beck running that offense and doing things that I think frustrated a lot of defensive coordinators over the course of the last 2 years. He is still there. So can he work his magic with what we expect to be a true freshman starting quarterback in Jared Curtis, who at this point in his life has more appearances in feature films than he does SEC football games? So that will soon change. But what does that look like? That's going to determine how good they are in this post-Diego Pavia world. But you're right, man. Nobody is talking about them whatsoever, despite the fact that they're coming off this great 10-2 season in which they felt like they should have been in the playoff discussion.
Well, now you've got my attention, and I'm embarrassed because this feels like something OTB should absolutely know. What feature film was Jared Curtis in?
The Breadwinner with Nate Bargatze. Yes, feature film came out. Mandy Moore is the co-star.
That's right.
Yeah.
Because Nate's a big Vander. You're right. Now it's tickling something in the brain. I'm remembering this a little bit now. You're right.
Look, I'm just saying I have not been able to see it yet. I'm a huge Nate Bargatze fan, and real fans know it's Bargatze, not Bargatze. That's one for the people.
Oh, you and your pronunciations.
Look, I saw him live in Orlando. I've seen his daughter introduces him at every single show, and I've always paid attention. Like, it's Bargatze. But, like, I'm fascinated with Jared Curtis and how this works out this year, because that kind of raised some eyebrows when we were like, wait a minute, his NIL deal is connected to being in, an actual movie that's not just straight to streaming, but it's in real theaters and people are seeing it. And yet this is someone, like, I think a lot of people are going to be rooting against him because of the Georgia thing, like picking Vandy over Georgia, the path to immediate play time. So, yeah, he's kind of quietly one of the more interesting people in the SEC this year, even though he will unfortunately not be at SEC Media Days.
All right, last one. Connor O'Gara, our guest here, always good enough to join us. Give me the pronunciation of a player in the SEC. It can be at media days. It doesn't have to be that everybody's going to mess up, and you're going to judge us every single time that we do it.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a really good one.
I'm
looking through the
always on top of them.
I know. I'm looking at the list right now, and there aren't a ton that kind of come to mind here. We are going to mistakenly say just Ryan Williams instead of Ryan Coleman Williams. Let's remember the name change on that one. That's definitely one that's going to come up. And then how about let's go with Kewan Lacey, because everybody wants to say to say like Kewan Lacey, and it's Kewan Lacey. Emphasis on the key part of it. There's definitely some of these. You're putting me on the spot here.
No. I mean, you're always on top of it. Nobody knows pronunciations better than you do. And so, like, if there's a guy, I usually come to you to make sure I'm saying it right. And so Kewan Lacey is going to be the one.
Yeah. How about Isaiah Satania? He's not going to be at SEC Media Days, but we did an SEC wide receiver draft of like who's going to be the most productive guys this year. I took him number 1 overall in our draft coming off the year that he had at Oklahoma. But he's a guy that more people should be talking about. He's not going to be at SEC Media Days, but he's definitely worthy of this discussion. Just the running back position in general, learn these guys' names. Cedric Alexander is one that people are going to probably mess up. He's got Hester written all over him with his running style. He's going to be the focus of that. You talk about, we had a lot of discussion about Vandy today that I didn't expect. He's one of these guys that's actually going to be at SEC Media Days. 6 running backs will be there. After the last 2 years combined, before this year, we had 1 running back there, and it was Montreal Johnson Jr.
Yep.
And now we're going to have 6 this year. Some are calling it return of the back in the SEC.
Yeah.
I am very much calling that. You can steal that if you want.
I will cite my source the first time, and then it's mine. Connor, we appreciate it, sir. Looking forward to seeing you down in Tampa.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
All right. That is Connor O'Gara. Now you can catch him on the OG Kickoff. Was with Saturday down south for a long time. Now with the guys there in Birmingham at the Next Round Live. All right. We will step away. More OTB when we come back here live from the Raising Cane Studio.
Off the bench.
All right, if you are looking for a bank that still believes in personal service, well, that's exactly what you'll find with our friends over at First American Bank and Trust. For more than a century, they've been helping families and businesses across Louisiana with everything from checking and saving accounts to home mortgages, business banking, and commercial loans. Best of all, and we say this every single day, it is not lip service, it is truly an asset. Decisions are made locally by people who know this community. They don't call, they don't ask for permission in San Francisco, in New York. That's not what they do. It's all about local. It's all about Louisiana. You are a face, you are a name. You're not just an account number with First American Bank and Trust. So if you are ready for a better banking experience, you can visit them on their website. That is FABT.com. Remember, you can always stop by any Baton Rouge branch as well and see it firsthand. FABT.com, First American Bank and Trust.
Eagle 98.1, the rock station. Home of the Woody Show in the morning. Scotty Mack with Rock at Work. Michelle Southern with Southern Rock. Home of LSU sports since 1998. And rock for Baton Rouge since 1985. Take us anywhere with the Eagle 98.1 app. To join our VIP fan club, text ROCK to 225-499-9898. Eagle 98.1, the rock station.
Lock Meredith, Sean Fagan and Associates has won for our clients over $175 million over the decades, but our greatest success is our clients who have chosen and trusted us to help them. Whether you hire us at all, give us a call. You've got nothing to lose.
Hi, I'm Sean Fagan. If you get injured, you could be staring at medical bills, repair costs, and lost income. life can be turned upside down. At Lock Meredith Sean Fagan and Associates, we'll work to turn your world right side up. Hire us, and like thousands of our clients, you'll be glad you did.
My name is Mike Krumholt, and I've been with First American Bank for 4 years. What makes First American Bank special is we're able to offer all the products and services that any other big bank can offer. What sets us apart is being able to give that small town feel that someone can pick up the phone and they can talk to someone or stop by the branch and get excellent customer service.
Who bears the standard? Who sets the bar? It's not those satisfied by low-hanging fruit or by taking it easy. No, the standard is set by the best of us, by those who work hard. Dig deeper. Give more. At Sunshine, we're proud to provide John Deere products that work hard for you, the standard bearers. Find the dealer nearest you at sunequip.com.
Hey, it's Matt Moscona. Look, back pain can sideline you from the things you love. That's why I trust Dr. Kevin McCarthy and the team at the Spine Center of Louisiana. Dr. McCarthy doesn't just treat symptoms. He gets to the root of the problem. From advanced injection therapy to minimally invasive surgery, they've got the expertise to get you back in the game. With 5 locations across Louisiana, including right here in Baton Rouge, quality care is close to home. Call the Spine Center of Louisiana.
From the locker room to the airwaves, it's Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
What a hit. Welcome back in, OTB. Always want to remind you about our friends over at K2Z, KTZBlinds.com, KTOZBlinds.com. K2Z Interior and Outdoor Living is inside, it's outside, it's outside, it's inside, and sometimes it's a little bit of both. Well, I didn't know it was going to be both. I got to be honest with you. Brandon Barton and the team knew it was going to be a little bit of both. They put an outdoor motorized screen on our back patio, and during football season, we found out it's going to shade the entire living room. On Sundays, when we're watching football all day, right, you take the glare off the TV, it cools down the living room, and they knew exactly what to install at our home. They're going to know it for you as well. KTZBlinds.com. You know what my favorite part is about Media Day? When somebody bombs Media Day. I know it's not the way that we should, think about it, and it's tough. But like Deshaun Foster, when he got up there for UCLA, y'all, I enjoy that more than anything. And look, we've all been in those situations. We've all been in front of a crowd where we've had to give a speech or talk, or, it's not easy. I'm not saying it is, but the reason I say that I enjoy it because I'm about prepping for those situations, and you got to be ready. And you got to go over it so many times that if you don't have notes, it's so second nature to you that you find a way to be entertaining. But when you think that you're going to do it without prepping and you get exposed, it's always, I'm like, should have put in the work there, bud. We're also the team in Los Angeles.
The other one?
The other team in Los Angeles. Yeah. That didn't last very long. Deshaun Foster, but
you got to see it coming after the press conference.
Yeah, there's going to be some new coaches in the SEC that I'm going to be intrigued by. See once they get up there on that podium and they struggle.
Silverfield's the one I'm watching because he's got a tough question because Arkansas's roster, like I was telling you earlier, I watch a lot of SEC football. I have never heard of the 3 humans Arkansas is sending to SEC Media Days. It's going to be tough for him year one, and he said a lot of stuff in the offseason about, hey, look, I don't know if our roster is good enough to compete in the SEC yet. Like, we'll see what we got. So with him saying that leading up to Media Days, that one will be interesting.
I'm going to be honest with you. I feel like, is this what Flynn feels like when he looks at the Arkansas players going to Media Day and has no idea? I don't like this feeling because that's what I'm feeling right now. Who are these people?
Not even their running back. Who's Sutton Smith?
I'm sure Mr. and Miss Smith know.
Came with him from Memphis. I'm looking him up.
Ah, okay. All right. Well, we're coming back. Hour number 3 of OTB.
Off the bench.
All right, go to GoTommy's, Geaux, Tommy's with a Y.com. I was about to say, who's going to do the Yo Tommy? Not Flynn. Although he's in the Caribbean, he's still writing me about Star Wars cards as we speak. Man, go enjoy your vacation. What are you doing, you nerd? Go to GoTommys.com. Tommy's Windows, Doors, and Siding, award-winning every year since 2016. The Angie Super Service Award, not only on that list, but the best windows in the Advocate this year. That goes to Tommy and the team. You are going to get incredible customer service. You are going to get custom windows, custom doors, like whatever you're dreaming up in your mind, have Tommy and the team come out. Chances are they can get it done. Also, if you're looking to add gutters, that is another service that they offer over at Tommy's Windows, Doors, and Siding. So go to the website today. That's GoTommys.com, Geaux, Tommy's with a Y.com.
Raising Cane's is honoring Chuck Norris on National Chicken Finger Day. For every box combo sold on July 27th, Cane's is donating $1 to Chuck's Foundation, Kickstart Kids.
Transform your living space with Lacoste & Young Remodeling and take your home from outdated to outstanding. Redefine your kitchen for the ultimate culinary experience or elevate your daily routine with a spa-worthy bathroom retreat. Our skilled team brings 3D modeling to life to ensure your vision becomes a reality. We believe luxury should be accessible and offer tailored solutions to fit your budget without compromising quality. So contact us today for a free estimate. Lacoste & Young Remodeling, providing perfect solutions for your dream home.
At Bayou Automotive, we believe in a sales process that puts you first. We want you to experience an easy purchase with clear pricing and great service. Let Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram be your trusted partners in finding your perfect vehicle. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
Hi, this is Beth Serena. Welcome to my pool. The first time I saw this beautiful pool, it exceeded every expectation that I had. They were able to get everything we wanted in this pool. It is a beautiful pool. We live out here, we eat out here, we watch TV out here. This is like our living room outside. We love this pool and everything about it. When we decided to build our pool, we called a great friend who is one of the best pool builders in the country in North Louisiana, and we said, who would you choose to build a pool in Baton Rouge? And without a hesitation, he told us Russell Pools. He said their history, tradition of great builds, great pools was unmatched. So of course, who did we call? Russell Pools. The advice I would give to anyone looking to build a pool is first call Russell Pools. They'll do an incredible job. It'll be incredibly organized. It'll be time efficient, and you will have your pool in no time.
I'm Lawyer Locke Meredith. We are honored and humbled to receive from our clients in Google, based on 5-star client reviews, the designation of our law firm is highly recommended. Whether you hire us at all, please give us a call, 272-5555. You have nothing to lose.
Hi, I'm Mitchell Meredith. Injuries happen when you least expect them to, making your life more complicated. At Locke Meredith, Sean Fagan and Associates, we know this, and we strive to help each of our clients during these times. Whether you hire us at all, give us a call at 272-5555.
I'm Billy Schmidt, and I've been with First American Bank for 13 years. I have a passion of getting to know customers, getting to know their journeys, getting to know their stories, and being a small part of that, and just continuing that, and taking those relationships and expanding out into the community, just to make First American a household name. And people look at us and say, hey, what's special about you guys? You're part of a family.
With Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
Hands to Hester, and Hester, yep, got it, 5 out of 5.
From carrying each other to a natty to carrying each other on the air.
Flynn is back to throw for the end zone goal.
Live from the Raising Cane's studio. It's Off the Bench.
I know you're winning. I'ma send it straight to Swat.
All right, welcome back in. Hour number 3 of OTB. Here live from the Raising Cane studio. Jake, Alondra, and Tay all here with you. Earlier we were talking about Patrick Mahomes. He doesn't have a lot of weapons, and he's always been able to do it on his own. He's always been able to create. Now he's coming off an LCL and an ACL injury, so it's going to be a new challenge for him as well. And it had us thinking, start talking quarterbacks, and heading into this 2026 season, we wanted to give you a list of top 5 quarterbacks. And, of course, we waited until Flynn was gone because we don't care about his list. What's he know about quarterback play? We want to give you our own list. And so this isn't what you did 5 years ago. This isn't what you're going to do maybe 5 years from now. This is heading into the 2026 season, top 5 quarterbacks. So that's important to remember because there's quarterbacks out there a la Aaron Rodgers that 5 years ago, right, it was awesome. He's in Green Bay. And a lot of people were wondering, is Jordan Love ever going to play? So it's not that conversation. It's not what Jackson Dart can be 5 years from now, Cam Moore, Tyler Shuck. It's heading into this season. Tay, I know you've been ready to go since we asked the question. We know that. Let's go. We'll go around the room. We'll go 5, 4, 3, all the way down to number 1. So your number 5 quarterback on your top 5 quarterbacks heading into the 2026 season.
Yeah, this can make some people mad, but you said take away the last couple years, take away the couple years in the future, what you think they're going to do this year. Jake, I'm rolling with Jared Goff, number 5, man. I mean, last year, yeah, they took a little bit of a step back as a team. They were breaking in a first-year offensive coordinator.
Dan Campbell took over.
Frank Ragnow retired late July from center. You had to replace your starting center who had been a stalwart. That's going to mess up the offense a little bit. Gibbs is great. He's got a ton of weapons.
No Sam Laporta for half the year.
Right. And if he's back fully healthy, that should help. I mean, Jamison Williams and Amon-Ra St. Brown's kind of an underrated 1-2 punch at receiver in the NFL. So I'm going to go him. I really wanted to go Lamar Jackson here. It's just there is so much new around Lamar for this particular season. I just want to see what it looks like, what Jesse Minter looks like as a head coach. It was a toss-up, but I think I trust the familiarity with the Lions a little bit more than the Ravens, so I'm going to go Jared Goff.
All right. Alondra, number 5 on your list.
I also thought about putting Lamar Jackson there, but again, with him having a new coach, unsure what that offense is going to look like. Now, Lamar is still Lamar Jackson, so I think he just barely missed my list. And I put him at 5 because I wanted to put him in the top 5, but I also don't want to put this person too high. I'm going to go with Caleb Williams. And I know my guy Matt would back me up on this one.
I had him right there on the edge of mine.
So I'm going to go with Caleb Williams based off going into the 2026 season. You said don't look at the past, whatever.
Yeah.
But going into the season, Ben Johnson unlocked something in Caleb Williams that we didn't see year 1. So I think that with another year under him, you did some work in the draft. I think Rome Odunze is going to be really good. I think if we're looking for somebody to prove themselves, it's going to have to be him. Obviously, Luther Burden's really good too. So I think that with them, the second year with Ben Johnson, I'm going to go with Caleb Williams at 5.
I like that one. He was probably 7.
He
was right there.
I had Goff, Lamar, Caleb all battling for that spot.
Yeah.
I love Caleb. I just want to see a little bit more of 6 to 8 yard throws. He can make the wild plays more than anybody. That's the only thing that held me back. His talent's incredible.
Yeah, I'm excited for the Bears offense this year.
He's going to be awesome.
And Kyle Monunga is
I love
fun to watch
guy.
too. So I think
he was on the all meathead team for 2 years.
Swift went down and was banged up a little bit with that injury.
He stepped up.
Awesome.
He did.
Yeah.
He was awesome.
He helped my fantasy team last year. Shout out
Same.
Kyle.
They got good tight ends. They got good receivers.
Yeah.
Their offensive line's better. Yeah, it's a good call.
I mean, he has good arm talent too. Like Matt talks about all the time. So I think he'd back me up on this one. But I'm alone.
No
on
doubt,
this.
no doubt. And like I said, he was
Matt would
right
tell you
there.
He's too low.
He was right there on the verge for me, and him and Lamar were the hardest to keep out.
Same.
Yeah.
But I did go Jared Goff at 5 as well.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not I don't want to look back at what they did in the past to say they're going to do it again, but if they continue to do it leading into this season, top 5 passing yards over the last 3 seasons. Jared Goff is number 1 by 1,300 yards. He's number 1 by 1,300 yards. He's got 13,768. Matthew Stafford's at 12,434.
I told you I got into an argument with someone on social media because that's what I do. And it was actually on the OTB Saints page, so go check that one out.
Okay.
4,400 yards, 4 years in a row. Since he's been in Detroit, 68% completion percentage, 149 touchdowns to just 47 interceptions. 47 interceptions over 5 years. It's impressive.
He's
considering
also,
how much he throws it.
over the last 3 seasons, he's number 1 in touchdown passes. He's at 101. Over the last 3 seasons, he's number 2 in passer rating, only behind Lamar Jackson. So a lot of people are going to be surprised by that. Jared Goff has been elite over the last 3 years. He comes in at number 5 on my list. All right, let's go to number 4.
I'm still going to go Patrick Mahomes. If anybody's earned the benefit of the doubt for me, it is him. Just because we have seen him do it in the past, I think it's going to be tough for him this year. I think this is the biggest test for Mahomes, and it wasn't great last year. It wasn't great a year ago, but the guy has 3 Super Bowls. He's played in 5 Super Bowls already. Like, I know I said this about Lamar a little bit of there's a lot of new. Mahomes still has Andy Reid. There's still a little bit of familiarity. I get that Kelsey's older, but at least they're familiar with each other. I will put him at 4. I mean, it's a little bit lower than I'm sure a lot of people would still put him, but I do have to put him in the top 5. Just it's Patrick Mahomes. I mean, the guy's won 3 Super Bowls, so I am going to keep him in my top 5.
All right, Alondra, number 4.
Okay. So I really also wanted to leave Mahomes off my top 5 because we don't know what he's going to be coming off the injury, and then as we've mentioned, the wide receiver room's nothing to write home about.
No.
Travis Kelce is 36 years old, I believe. So he also didn't have the best season last season. So I don't know, but like Taylor said, I don't think I can leave him off just because he's Patrick Mahomes, and I don't know who I would put there instead of him.
Yeah.
Maybe Justin Herbert. But I still don't think he's like top 4.
Right.
Maybe 5th. But yeah, I'm gonna have to put Patrick Mahomes there at 4.
And I get Jake's exercise about not looking in the past. I have to with Patrick Mahomes. I mean, he's won so many games, at least a little bit. Like, he still belongs in the top 5 because he's still really good.
I was gonna rage bait everybody and put Dak Prescott there.
Look, Dax
But he was
would have
top
been in my top
5 in
10.
QBR rating last season. I
The
mean,
only person she would have rage bait with that's me.
oh yeah, you don't think the people listening would blow their freaking lids if I said that?
Well, true, because it's the Cowboys. Dak was really good last year,
Patrick
though.
Mahomes, 4.
All right, so
He
my
was.
number 4 is Joe Burrow.
Okay.
When Joe's fully healthy, we know what Joe can be, but the reason he's not higher is because he hasn't been fully healthy. I think in the last 51 games he's played in 35, missed 16. So that's going to be a big portion of why he's down this far on the list. Because when you look at what Joe did in 2024 in 17 games, he almost threw for 5,000 yards and 43 touchdowns, completed 71% of his passes. That's what Joe can be when he's healthy. If he was healthy, he'd probably be number 2 on this list. But just because of the injury stuff, I'm going to keep him at number 4. I hope he stays healthy. A healthy Joe Burrow gives the Bengals a big chance to go win the North and make a run in the playoffs. So I've got him at number 4. And I'll just give number 3 because y'all gave him at number 4, Patrick Mahomes. He's still the best thrower of the football. He can throw it at angles that nobody else can. He can escape. He's not even the super athletic guy. He somehow finds a way. His receiver room's not great. Travis Kelce is a year older. He did get Kenneth Walker. It's going to take some pressure off of him. He's got Andy Reid still, though. And this is because of the talent that we've seen him have. That's because we've said that he's not going to be able to get it done with the receiver room before, and he has. So I'll tip my cap to Patrick Mahomes. I've got him at 3.
We're just opposite here. I'm going Burrow at number 3 for everything you just said. Look, when the offensive line can keep Joe Burrow upright and he plays a full season, he's one of the most talented quarterbacks in the league. I love his receiving core. Chase Brown is a really underrated running back. That's going to help in that running game. He stepped up big from year 1 to year 2 last year. I expect a similar jump this year. They say they're investing in the O-line. If the defense can be decent and help them win some games.
They spent some money on the defense.
Right. Maybe we could see playoff Burrow again. But, yeah, I mean, I'm right there with you. I think you're splitting hairs with him and Mahomes. I like Jamar and T. Higgins is kind of what put Burrow over the top for me over Mahomes. But, yeah, I got Burrow at 3.
To go different, just so I'm not having the same exact
It
whatever.
is tough not to have the same list.
I'm gonna switch up 2 and 3 then.
Okay.
So I was gonna have Joe at 3, but I'm gonna put Matt Stafford there.
Okay.
And then I'll put Joe at 2.
Okay.
I mean,
So you got Stafford at 3, Joe at 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I know that he's injury prone, but if I'm giving Patrick Mahomes a pass on his injury, I'll give it to Joe as well. I mean, I think he's just a great pure passer.
Oh, it's the only reason Joe's not higher. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like, he's just, when he's on, he's on. And I think that whenever he is healthy and he has like a good O-line and weapons to help him out, which Jamar is that, and T. Higgins, I mean, we all know what Joe Burrow is capable of, and he had the comments earlier this month about the Bengals reminding him of the 2019 LSU team.
Yeah.
So I'm going to have the confidence in Joe Burrow that he has in himself. I'll put him at 2 and Matt Stafford at 3, just because I guess the argument for Stafford age, I guess. I don't know.
Whoa.
Jake's like, I think Stafford's spry.
Young lad. All right, number 2 for you, Tay-Tay.
Shock some people. Matthew Stafford, number 2.
Okay.
I mean, reigning NFL MVP. He was awesome a year ago. I was expecting him to slow down by now, and he really hasn't. And then you look at the weapons around him. Puka Nacua, top 3 receiver right now in the NFL. I mean, and you could argue he's maybe number 1 coming off of the year he had a year ago. Then on the other side, you got Devontae Adams, who led the NFL in touchdown catches on the other side of Puka. You got Kyron Williams and Blake Corum in the backfield. You got a good O-line in front of you. We know the defense is going to step up. They're going to win a lot of games this year. I think Stafford's going to have another great year, so I got him at 2.
I've got Josh Allen at number 2. Josh Allen is a unicorn. Josh Allen does probably more with less than anybody in the NFL. His leading receiver, I think, was 48th last year in receiving yards.
Is that who he was?
Shakir was the leading receiver. They add DJ Moore, who was 50th, I believe. So you add something, but it's still not top level. Now he's got a good tight end room. He's got the leading rusher in the NFL. That helps. But Josh Allen can do more with less, I think, than anybody else in the National Football League. He is so impressive. He is a unicorn. Nobody else like him. So I went Josh Allen, number 2. And I'm going to assume that's going to be probably both number 1s on the other side.
So my number 1's actually Shedeur Sanders. Pro Bowler. He has his number retired at Colorado. I mean, with the Browns, he has a great opportunity there. So my number 1 is Shedeur Sanders.
How could it not be?
Right. I mean, come on.
How could it not be?
But no, mine's Josh Allen, yeah. He does more with less than anybody I've ever seen.
No, he's a freak.
We were just talking about the weapons around Mahomes and the lack thereof. Josh Allen's proved that he can do it, man. I mean, it doesn't really matter. It's basically him and James Cook just wrecking everybody else in the league. And, we always talk about some of these great dual threat quarterbacks, right? Like Lamar gets brought up a lot. Lamar is great. Josh Allen has already set the rushing touchdown record for quarterbacks in an NFL career. Josh Allen has 79 rushing touchdowns over 8 years. The guy doesn't just do it through the air. And then another knock on him is, he's really bad in the playoffs against the Chiefs. He's really not. Like, okay, he hasn't beat them, but here's what Josh Allen has done against the Kansas City Chiefs in 4 playoff games. 1,000 yards, 1,039 yards, 9 touchdowns, just 1 interception, and has completed 65% of his passes. It ain't his fault they ain't beating the Kansas City Chiefs in the playoffs. Josh Allen's been awesome. He struggled a little bit against that Broncos team last year. I understand that. He was still able to take that game into overtime. Fortunately, they did not win that game, but this notion of Josh Allen's not great in the playoffs because he can't get over the Chiefs is really just not true. I mean, he's been awesome in those games. So, yeah, I mean, I trust Josh Allen to go out there when the situation's not great around him and get it done more than anybody in the league. So, yeah, he's my number 1 as well.
And you got a great offensive mind in Joe Brady coming to be the head coach. So,
Well,
I guess not coming. He's there.
Well,
but
I mean, he's getting elevated.
Yeah.
Him and Josh have an incredible relationship. That's one of the reasons why he probably got the job. So, look, it's not a bad pick. Again, nobody liked Josh Allen, but I did go number 1, Matthew Stafford. The way he played last year was incredible. He still got as good of an arm as anybody in the NFL. Nobody throws a prettier football maybe Aaron Rodgers in his prime, but it's close. I mean, Matthew Stafford still has that. He's still got the gunslinger mentality, but he takes care of the football, which is hard to find. He's got Puka Nacua. He's got Devontae Adams. He's got 2 good running backs. He's got 4 good tight ends. He's got a good offensive line. It's the most talented roster in the NFL. I know he's older. I know he's damn near 40, but I'm still going to go Matthew Stafford. If I needed to go win a game in 2026, I'm going Matthew Stafford.
Yeah.
He makes throws that not other guys can make. I mean, you saw every week, I think Flynn came in here and was salivating at the Matthew Stafford highlights, and rightfully so. The guy's incredible. Jake, it's amazing what happens when you're in an organization that's invested in winning. Can do for you, and he's a perfect fit for the Rams.
He is, and he's been doing it a long time. He played in the early 2000s in the SEC at Georgia. I mean, he was what? He was.
Oh man,
he was
frat
before
house.
Aaron Murray.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he was. Okay, look, the Georgia
After
game.
DJ Shockley?
We got blown out. He was right after. He started as a freshman. Man. He was a 3-year guy at Georgia.
So he was 06?
He was he 06 or 07 was his first year?
I think it was 06.
The 08, yeah.
Which we were still Flynn and I, us old bastards, were still in the SEC when he came into it.
I know that 08 team that was really good that came in here to Tiger Stadium and just trounced LSU. He was on that team. Yes, he was 06 to 08 and then got drafted spring of 2009.
Man, and is still playing at that kind of level.
Just won his first MVP.
That's remarkable. It's remarkable. All right, so that is the top 5 quarterbacks heading into 2026 in the National Football League. All right, we will step away. We got more OTB coming right back your way from the Raising Cane studio.
Off the bench.
All right, your roof is one of those things that maybe you don't think about until you have to think about it. And when that day comes, you want a company that is local, trusted, and has built a reputation for doing things the right way, and that is Pelican Roofing. So whether your roof is getting older, you notice missing shingles, leaks, or you just want to know what kind of shape it's in, Pelican Roofing offers free roof consultations. Remember, consultation, when they come out, it's zero pressure. They're not asking you to do anything if you don't need it. They'll come look at it and they'll say, no, you're good. But if you do need something, a roof repair, replacement, they're going to let you know, and they're going to back it with over 600 5-star reviews right there on their homepage. So go to their homepage. You can see those reviews. You can see past client results. It's in Lafayette. It's in Baton Rouge. Locations in both. Boots on the ground in both. Get that free consultation set up today. You can go to pelicanroof.com. That is pelicanroof.com.
At Bayou Automotive, we believe in a sales process that puts you first. We want you to experience an easy purchase with clear pricing and great service. Let Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram be your trusted partners in finding your perfect vehicle. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
At Parrish, we're built for tough players and tough roofs.
Coach is tough on us about preparation, and Parrish brings that same championship mindset.
Do business with someone you know. Parrish Construction and Roofing.
ParrishBuilt.com. I'm lawyer Collins Locke Meredith. Among the most important factors to consider when you're hiring an injury attorney is trust. You trust your attorney will put your interest first, treat you with respect, fairness, and honesty. You trust them to be there for you when you need them. At Locke Meredith, Sean Fagan and Associates, thousands of clients have trusted us to represent them, and for good reasons. Please visit us at LockeMeredith.com to learn more, and whether you hire us at all, give us a call at 272-5555. You have nothing to lose.
Hey, it's Matt Moscona. Look, back pain can sideline you from the things you love. That's why I trust Dr. Kevin McCarthy and the team at the Spine Center of Louisiana. Dr. McCarthy doesn't just treat symptoms. He gets to the root of the problem. From advanced injection therapy to minimally invasive surgery, they've got the expertise to get you back in the game. With 5 locations across Louisiana, including right here in Baton Rouge, quality care is close to home. Call the Spine Center of Louisiana or visit spinela.com and tell them Matt sent you.
As a business owner, you're always focused on how you can improve the bottom line. Well, when was the last time you shopped your insurance coverage? Insurance Network of Louisiana can help. If you're a business owner, let my friends at Insurance Network of Louisiana see if they can find you better coverage for less money. They always offer exceptional customer service and partner with only the best providers. So check them out online today at lainsurance.net.
Eagle 98.1, the rock station. Home of the Woody Show in the morning. Scotty Mack with Rock at Work. Michelle Southern with Southern Rock. Home of LSU sports since 1998. And rock for Baton Rouge since 1985. Take us anywhere with the Eagle 98.1 app. To join our VIP fan club, text ROCK to 225-499-9898. Eagle 98.
2007 champs, purple and gold to the core. This is Off the Bench with Hester and Flynn, Baton Rouge's go-to for all things Louisiana sports.
All right, welcome back in. OTB. You good back there?
Yeah, it's all good.
You've been smoking Cowboy Killers?
No, the song makes her a little emotional.
Yeah.
It's a good one. I get it.
My bad.
I understand.
That was a Marlboro Red cough back there.
I don't know what's going on.
Made me a little nervous.
It's like I got to Texas and I got allergies and they haven't gone away.
You have sounded like you've been underwater the last couple of days.
Yeah, it'd be like that.
Yeah. It's like, no, she's not. She's just...
I'm like nasal spraying it up. It's not working.
It's all good. I used to be like that when I went to California. There was something that I didn't agree with there.
Yeah.
Of all places, it's supposed to be like fresh air.
It's the cedar in Texas.
The cedar?
Mm-hmm. Cedar.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
So like...
It gets me.
Okay.
A lot of cedar.
So like...
We just have like oak trees here.
Right. So is that what shiplap is? Is it cedar? Like Chip and Joanna? When they
Oh, probably.
Yeah, they make a lot of...
You would hate Waco then.
They make a lot of stuff
so
about
much
cedar.
shiplap there.
Oh, just...
Shiplap had a moment.
Oh my gosh.
Did
it. It was like the buzzword. You couldn't watch TV. Everybody was adding shiplap to everything.
Yeah.
You'd shiplap in your living room. They're like, nope, your house value just went up $15K. It's like, shiplap will get you.
I feel like that HGTV used to like find its way in front of our face all the time.
My TV used to stay on that channel. I don't know why.
I did too.
I was addicted to it. Fixer Upper, every day I would watch it.
My parents used to watch Trading Spaces.
Oh, yeah.
I know you remember that.
Oh, yeah. Wait, hold up now. Was that an old joke again?
No. I'm saying because like I watched it and I was
your old
ass remembers that.
No, I'm saying like
you old bastard.
I was old enough to remember it, so I'm like I know you remember it.
No, I'll try to fix it now.
Okay. Jake said he knew the show.
I mean, I did. You're right, but still,
no, that show used to be big. My
unnecessary.
dad got a shirt. It was like it said TLC on the front and then Trading Spaces on the back. And we were like Astro World or something in Texas. 3 to 4 people came up and stopped him. They're like, "Were you on that show? We love that show." He's like, "No, I just got the shirt."
Got
like,
the t-shirt.
I'm not. Yeah, and that used to be huge.
I mean, if he got the T-shirt, he was a fan.
We watched it all the time.
I love the meme because it's so true of like, I collect Russian dolls and I'm looking for $1 million house or something. Like, it was just the most niche, stupid jobs. And you're like, how do you make money off of that? And they're looking for these elaborate beachfront homes. It's crazy.
It would be like, okay, so I dissect frogs for a living, and my husband
Literally.
works the window at Dairy Queen,
Right.
and our budget is something modest, $1.8 million.
Every
I'd be like,
time.
what?
Yeah.
How? And also, like, I'd watch that show, and I'd be like, how does anybody afford to live in this area?
Truly.
Like, because it would be sometimes, like, if it was out in Southern California, it would be like a literal shack, and it'd be like $950,000.
Right.
I'm like, how? How does anybody afford to live out here?
And then
I
there's
used to think that all the time when I lived there. I'm like,
Yeah.
I know what I make playing for the Chargers.
And I can barely like,
And and I'm not balling like that. What is the person that works like just a normal 9 to 5? Like, how in the world do they live out here?
Then there's that one couple, Christina and I forget the guy's name, but now they're divorced.
Something like that. It's like Tart or
And she,
something.
yeah, I used to
Tart?
like their show
I think
too.
so. I think his name's like Tart. T-A-R-T.
Makes sense why they're not together anymore.
Tarek, yeah.
Tart.
Yes, that's what it was. Flip or Flop is what it was called.
Yeah.
And then I was heartbroken.
They still do the show together though. I saw like this random commercial for it where he has a new wife that basically looks just like his ex-wife.
Makes
and
sense.
Apparently his new wife and his ex-wife became best friends after filming the
Oh,
show
yikes.
together. So like they're in cahoots and they all three do the show together.
Yeah.
So he's still mixing business with pleasure.
Right,
just
and then
in a different
even
way.
more.
Yeah.
And then the girl, Christina, she got remarried, but I think she got divorced again.
Oh,
Tough times.
shout out Christina.
Tough
That
times in these
HGTV
streets.
drama.
That's right. You could always tell on like, shows when they would decorate, like the family didn't like the color of the house. They're
I
they're
love
like,
it.
hey, we know you guys are a little out there
Move
personality.
that bus.
We decided to paint your kitchen lime green. And they're like, oh, yeah, it looks so much better. And you could just tell they absolutely hate it. Love those.
I love
Glad
when
we
they
got
can't
on
hide
this
it.
because I just got a text that was like, this show feels weird today. It's a little too sportsy. Now we're talking about HGTV. You're welcome.
I will say, and I was who was I talking to? Crap, I can't remember now. It was somebody that does solo, and I said, when you're doing solo, like, it is a little bit more difficult to see as many squirrels as we do, a little bit. So I agree with that. We've had a lot of sports talk here today,
Which is totally fine.
It's almost like the main culprit's not here. Weird.
Which is crazy because I get blamed for
it's
throwing
Flynn.
us off.
It is definitely Flynn.
Weird.
It's
kind of like when
all my fault.
when I was asking Doering the first question. I kind of really, after we got into the, hey, how you doing? How you been? Where you going? I was like, hey, give me like the player that you're most kind of looking forward to speaking with. He's like, I'm actually not going to answer that at all, and I'm going to talk about the coaches. That's what Flynn does. Like, I'll ask him a question. He's like, yeah, I'm actually not going to answer that at all. Let me talk about the Tour de France, the golf tournament, the whatever. So sometimes we do try.
We've been on topic. We've been more on time today. And then you just look around and you say, what's missing? I'm not pointing the finger at anybody.
Yeah.
Something's missing today.
Yeah. It's Flynn. Flynn's not here. That's what's missing. The ESPYs are tonight.
What?
They used to be fun.
I had no idea that they were.
Only reason I know is because
Who's hosting it?
So Marcelo Hernandez is hosting it from Saturday Night Live. You've seen him.
I have no idea who Marcelo Hernandez is.
He's gonna be. I think he's gonna be pretty
Take
good.
my card. Take my Mexican card.
This guy.
I don't know who this is.
Really? You never seen skips of him? He's like
No,
all
I don't
over
really.
Saturday Night Live.
I don't watch Saturday Night Live anymore. I used to, but it got not that funny to me anymore.
Yeah, I'll watch it tonight. I kind of watch every semi-adjacent football-related thing. So
yeah,
I mean,
okay.
I'm watching it tonight
It used
for
to
sure.
be fun. Katie and I went to it a couple years back to back.
Oh, that sounds fun.
And it was fun.
Going to it sounds
It was
fun.
fun. The parties were great. The people you ran into were great. It was always very welcoming to like NFL players more than like any other sport. I was trying to think of a way to say that, but like they took care of the NFL guys, so it was always fun. Yeah, like a gifting suite you got to go into. It was fun.
They already leaked one of the awards.
But this was like 20 years ago. Well, not 20, 15.
Best NFL player. You guys are going to be shocked to hear who it is.
They already announced the winners?
Just this one.
Oh.
It like leaked yesterday.
Best who?
Best NFL player.
Best NFL player, Cesar Ruiz.
Dang, dude. Did you look at the thing?
No.
Josh Allen.
Jay got the questions beforehand. Myles Garrett.
Oh, yeah.
When I saw that, I was like, oh, yeah, well, I mean, you might as well leak that one.
Yeah. He is strong to quite strong last year.
I mean.
Well, he's up for
Some would
best.
say he's in his prime.
He's up for best record-breaking performance, too, with the sack record. And he's going to win it.
Yeah, and he just went to the most talented team in football. Cool.
You might be happy. There's a best play nomination.
Does it involve a fullback?
No, but it involves the New York Knicks.
Oh,
Which
OG.
one?
The OG tip in and games, what was that, 4?
I think it was 4.
Yeah, because they won it.
Yeah.
Was it 3 or
and this one
4?
It was 4 because they won it in San Antonio, right?
It feels like the most seven-game series ever that wasn't 7 games.
Right.
That is weird, right? We talked about how close a game
Every
was
game
and how
was
competitive
close.
the series was, but like it still only went to 5. It was a little odd. It's like it was a great series.
Well, because the Spurs were only competitive in the first half. That's why.
It was a weird flow.
It really was.
Spurs in the first half, Knicks in the second half, like every game. Except obviously the one the Spurs won, but it was a wild series. And it feels much closer than it actually was.
I know we were watching
5
it,
games, it feels 7.
and then it was over. I was like, man, I kind of wish they had 2 more of these. I was like, the series was
I'm
incredible.
glad they didn't. I could not take any more of those as a Knicks fan. No, thank you. I do not need any
Whatever.
more of those.
You're acting like y'all lost.
It was fun.
Did
love
they
the
win? I
NBA
don't remember. Who
Finals.
won that?
I think they're still partying in New York.
Yeah, it's been since the 1970s, and the team that they support the most. So,
They win.
Well, Yankees probably won, then Knicks too.
Yeah, and then
Yankees
they
got a lot of
destroyed their city. So
Yeah.
They went
that's why they don't. win.
championship parade, Swift Kelsey wedding for one day, back to championship parade. They're still partying.
Yeah. All right, we will take a break. When we come back, we can get a little extended Ask the Bench. We can start that process. You can get those inside the chat if you're watching this on YouTube, or you can send those on the text line. 225-499-1045 is the number. We'll get to as many as we can. We can start those questions when we come back here on OTB.
Off the bench.
All right, go to centralplumbing.org. Remember, not just in Central, not only in the greater Baton Rouge area anymore, in Lafayette now as well. In Baton Rouge, 225-230-9957. In Lafayette, it's 337-202-5256. It's 24/7, 365 weekend game day holiday emergency service, and they are going to be there for you with any issue that you might have. Now, it's not only in emergencies, though. If you're looking to remodel at your home, at your business, they can come in and they can completely overhaul your space, or it can be something as small as a new vanity. Whatever it might be, they have got you covered. Also, we talk about it all the time. If you want to go tankless today with a tankless water heater, never run out of hot water again, they can install that. A little bit of everything over there at Central Plumbing in Baton Rouge, in Lafayette, centralplumbing.org.
At Ochsner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Ochsner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one: you. Ochsner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
Hi, I'm Mitchell Meredith. At Locke Meredith Sean Fagan and Associates, we know each case and client are unique, and that no two cases are the same. But one thing remains constant, and that is our passion to help our clients. After an accident, we know your life has changed, which is why we passionately fight to make you and your family whole. Remember, whether you hire us at all, give us a call at 272-5555. We're here to serve you.
These are the luckiest ice cubes in the world. They could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar. But instead, they've been called upon to cradle and cool a crisp, refreshing Dos Equis. Looks like the lucky just got luckier. Dos Equis.
We typically think of stress as being bad for us. At Our Lady of the Lake and LSU, we are researching how certain types of stress, such as exercise, can be good for our immune health. By studying people under extreme stress, such as athletes, astronauts, service members, and first responders, we're learning how to improve the immune health of everyone. That's the power of research. That's the impact of champions. Together, we roar.
Looking for cleaner energy? Propane is energy for everyone. And when you're cooking with clean, affordable propane, you're cooking with gas. In the wintertime, nothing heats a home like Louisiana propane. And when you need hot water, propane's got you covered. Oh, and you won't regret that propane generator when the power goes out. I'm Miss Louisiana, Gabrielle McLeod, and to find more information and to find a propane dealer near you,
From the locker room to the airwaves, it's Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
I'm a little scared because I don't know if the rap has. I wasn't paying attention. I just clicked the first song, and I don't remember if the rap has.
You know, let's
It's more fun this way, anyways.
It is kind of fun.
Like
It's
a little
exciting, a
roulette.
little rush.
See how quick Alondra's reflexes are on that, that button.
Nobody's paying attention to that, you know. I think you're okay though.
I think so too.
You're good. I don't think it's.
I was just kind of nervous for a second.
And then you got intrigued.
Yeah.
All right, before we start getting to some of your Ask the Bench questions, I want to remind you about our friends over at Rouse's. Go to rouses.com. Once you go to the website, and the reason we give it to you is because we want you to find the location that's convenient for you, because every store is going to have their own weekly specials. So that way you can see what the weekly special is at your store. But also, we want you to check out what they've got for you, which is right now, let's see, $9.40. They've got the breakfast bar out. A little bit later on, they're going to have the lunch bar, the sushi bar, the salad bar, rotisserie chickens ready to go. They've got pre-made meals and sides ready to go. You know they're always going to have local flavor as well. It's one of the things we really love about Rouse's. They're going to have local products, including My High. So if you're into perfect hydration, you can go pick up some My High at your local Rouse's. And they're always going to have, you know, a lot of different options for you as well. It's not like when I say like pre-made meals, it's not just like, hey, here's the one thing. It's a whole row of different meals, different options, different sides to choose from to make it convenient for you, convenient for your family. Go to rouses.com. All right, let's get to some of these questions. Of course, every time we do Ask the Bench, it's brought to you by our friends over at Dos Equis. It's always a great time to go for Dos. This is for Taylor, because Taylor's the only person I think that can answer this and really have some insight into it. Ask the Bench, what is your favorite roller coaster ever?
Oh, God, that's a way better question than what I thought you were going to throw out. Probably Velocicoaster in Islands of Adventure out in Orlando.
I've always said it.
Love that one.
I've always said it.
Millennium Force at Cedar Point. Maverick at Cedar Point. Those are all really, really good ones.
Okay. I don't have great experience in this. There's the wooden one that's in Six Flags over Texas and Dallas. That's a great one. Don't remember the name. Maybe Texas Tornado. Maybe that's the name of it. Texas Giant.
The one
maybe.
Yeah, it's Big Texas Giant.
Okay.
Which have a big and giant in the same. That's kind of
Yeah.
redundant.
Big Texas Giant. What is the name of it?
All of it is redundant.
Yeah.
Texas is big too.
Tell you what, Jake. If you go to Busch Gardens, you'll get some good ones. About 8 of them there.
Can you do roller coasters?
Not really.
Like, do you get like
The old brain doesn't
Yeah.
do great. Yeah, the old brain gets a little lightheaded. I'll try to do them though. I'll try.
Right.
I can barely jump on a trampoline. That's not good. It's not good. It's not great.
The Hulk
It
is
what it
fun.
Hulk is fun. I've done the Hulk.
Yeah, the Hulk
That's
is
a good one.
fun.
Jurassic Park. Where's that? Universal. That's a fun.
Yeah,
one.
that's a
Yep.
Universal.
The boat ride.
Good one.
The Superman at Six Flags Fiesta Texas is
The
fun.
California
Because your
Adventure one
feet
in
are like hanging
Disney.
off
I
it.
used to love that one.
There's a lot of good ones. Sandusky's where you went, right?
That's
Ohio?
where Cedar Point is.
Yeah. I knew you'd have an answer. Hashtag Ask the Bench. Greater odds Flynn makes it to media days on time. Are you getting a I missed my flight text Sunday night? I'm fully expecting, and I'm not even trying to be funny, I'm fully expecting to do Monday's show by myself.
I
Just where he's
have
coming
more
from.
faith in him than
It's not even
T-Bob.
that.
Yes.
Oh, I have way more faith in
No,
Flynn than
T-Bob wouldn't have texted you. He would have called you like the night before and be like, "Hey, we decided to stay an extra day."
Yeah.
Literally.
Oh, no doubt.
We used to do it
Because that
all the
happened
time.
like
Yeah.
4 times.
Hey, we actually extended our stay. Oh, cool. No,
Perfect.
it's not even Matt's doing because Matt would be there.
Yeah.
It's where he's coming from.
Right.
And if he misses one flight with how late it is, he's going to miss the entire deal. So, yeah, I'm fully expecting to do Monday's show by myself. It's fine. It's whatever. Hashtag Ask the Bench. Would Alondra be willing to take over AFR and rename it ASS, Alondra Sports Show?
ASS? Ass. I mean, people would probably think it was ass, so.
No, you do great. You'd crush it.
Sure.
That's a really good name.
Sure, I'll replace it.
Alondra's going to do the Alondra would thrive like Flynn and I used to, I think, at night radio because you get away with whatever you want.
Yeah.
at nighttime radio. It was so much fun.
I think.
The hours were brutal on if you have a family, but
Yeah.
the actual content that we could do was fun.
So, since I was in high school, I've had this idea of doing like a late night talk show, but just for sports. And
Yeah.
just have like athletes come on, coaches, whatever. But it's like very loosey goosey.
Yeah.
You can talk about whatever you want, and it'd be on a channel where like I can cuss and say whatever I
Oh,
want.
for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be the dream. And not that like we're trying to, but like to say whatever you wanted and not have to worry about getting in trouble or somebody else
Right.
getting in trouble.
Well, especially having athletes on because they're not thinking about.
No.
Like, we think about you can't say this, and then an athlete's not going to think about that.
Yeah, right. I can't. I mean, when we have a player on satellite radio, they
Yeah.
know they can get away with it, even though we try not to. Like our bosses are always like, "Hey, don't celebrate it. We
Right.
can, but let's don't." They know they can, and so
They just let it rip.
They just let it rip.
Yeah.
Hashtag Ask the Bench. Are you going to see The Odyssey? Opens this week, and the reviews are all very good. Just asking about the movie itself. Yeah, I'm going to go see it. It's Christopher Nolan. It's Matt Damon. I know it's got some situations that people aren't happy about in it, and so we'll see how that all plays out. I don't know the full story of The Odyssey like a lot of people do.
Yeah.
But what I do know, I'm excited to go see it. I mean, Christopher Nolan's awesome. Matt Damon's awesome. So, yeah.
I think I'll wait to watch it, not in the theater.
Yeah, see, I'm going to go see it in IMAX because it was filmed all in IMAX.
Well,
I
and then
feel
somebody
like-
said, I don't know if this is true, okay? I could be getting unked right now, like Matt.
Oh, yeah.
But-
You got unked.
But somebody said that there's like a Travis Scott song in one of the scenes, and like Travis Scott just doesn't give ancient Greece or like Greek mythology to me. So
He's in it, right?
I think he's in it too, which whatever, like put whoever you want in the movie. But the song is, what are we doing? I don't know. I'm gonna wait.
I love to see movies. I got a little bit going on. I will not be seeing The Odyssey or anything else in the theater in the near future, which is upsetting. But not happening for me.
Because the last time I went to the theater, I didn't like the movie, and I was pissed that I spent money on it. So I'm gonna wait I'm gonna watch it, but I'm gonna wait till it comes out.
Hashtag Ask the Bench. Which Top Gun is better? Maverick.
Top Gun Maverick's better.
I love Top Gun, the original.
Maverick was badass.
The mission is more clearly defined, I feel like. First one's great, nostalgia's there, but like towards the end of the movie, they're like, we got some incoming MiGs, get up there. It's like the second movie was all laid out. Hey, here's what we're doing. Here's the process. I thought the second one was better.
The second one's one, look, am I saying that it's, the greatest movie ever made? No. But it was really good.
It was good.
And it's one of those ones I can watch every time it's on TV. I'm going to stop and I'm going to finish it wherever it's at. And so, it's one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Sure. All right, let's get to one more before we take a break, and then we'll get back to Ask the Bench. Favorite Christopher Nolan movie? This is tough.
Interstellar is awesome.
Memento's great.
Memento is really good too.
Prestige is probably my favorite.
Oppenheimer was great.
Oppenheimer was great.
Oppenheimer was good, but it wasn't my favorite Christopher Nolan movie.
Probably
Inception's
Interstellar.
good, but I think my answer is Interstellar.
Yeah, that's probably the correct. That's the one I've rewatched.
Have you seen
the
The
most.
Prestige?
A long time ago.
Okay.
I don't
That's
know if
Hugh
I
Jackman,
have.
Hugh
Christian Bell.
Jackman. Yeah, the Magicians, right? Good movie.
Yep, great movie.
Maybe hot take because I don't think other people liked it, but I really enjoyed Tenet.
Haven't seen it.
I haven't seen it.
I haven't seen it either.
Robert Pattinson.
Haven't seen it. Have not
John
seen
David Washington, I think. Yeah, John
Yeah.
David
Denzel's
Washington.
son?
Yeah, Denzel's
Yeah,
son's
okay.
in it.
Yep, have not seen
I
But-
remember seeing stuff about it. I just never.
Yeah,
I enjoyed it. I don't think it was like I don't think other people really did, but I liked it.
All right, we'll take a break, and when we come back, we'll get back to your questions. More Ask the Bench when we come back here on OTB.
Off the bench.
All right, go to RussellPools.com, the website for Russell Pool Company. Had a great sit down with Russell Pools yesterday. And one of the things that we want to make sure that you know about Russell Pools, because you already know they can customize your pool, they can come in, they can give you something that you've been dreaming about for a long time. But also, if let's say you bought a house that had an existing pool, or maybe you've had a pool for a long time, 20, 30 years, and you're like, man, I wish my pool was more. I wish it had a bell, a whistle, bells and whistles. I wish it had something a little bit different. They can do that. They can come in and they can upgrade your existing pool. Now, we're not talking about just replastering it. We're talking about adding features to your existing pool. They can do that, right? So if you want to spice up your pool that you already have in your backyard, they can do that every single time. And also remember, they're there from the very beginning, during the project, and at the end as well. They can be the maintenance for your pool. Go to the website today to find that information, russellpools.com.
Raising Cane's is raising $1 million on National Chicken Finger Day for Chuck's charity, Kickstart Kids. Join us July 27th and help us continue Chuck Norris's legacy.
Chuck was a personal friend of Todd and the brand, and I know this would have meant the world to him.
The experts at Hood Dental Care want you smiling bigger and healthier than ever. New patients can get a healthy gums cleaning for just $89, plus a free exam and full mouth x-rays. A $376 value. With over 3,000 five-star Google reviews, 5 local locations, and easy online scheduling with same-day care. Hood Dental makes it simple to get started. And we always have other great giveaways for new patients. Check out hooddentalcare.com and schedule your appointment today.
These are the luckiest ice cubes in the world. They could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar. But instead, they've been called upon to cradle and cool a crisp, refreshing Dos Equis. Looks like the lucky just got luckier. Dos Equis.
After a decade of working in private duty nursing, I know how hard it can be to find compassionate care for the ones that you love the most. So I started Decision Critical, a premier concierge nursing agency, so we can take care of you wherever you are. Our highly skilled nurses provide exceptional care from the comfort of your own home with personalized packages for short-term, long-term, or even around-the-clock care. Visit us at decisioncriticalbr.com and give us a call today to get started.
Sometimes you ignore the signs, even when they're right in front of you. Problem gambling isn't always easy to spot. Know the signs. Set your limit. Learn more about healthy gambling habits by visiting us online or text or call for free confidential help now.
Today, we are shaping tomorrow.
We are researching how extreme stress impacts the immune system, from trauma victims to athletes and even astronauts.
Our work is leading the way in sepsis treatment, saving countless lives.
We're unlocking the mind with music in exciting new ways.
Our Lady of the Lake Health and LSU are improving the health of our state.
That's the impact of champions.
Imagine the impact we'll have on the future. Together, we roar.
At Bayou Automotive, we believe in a sales process that puts you first. We want you to experience an easy purchase with clear pricing and great service. Let Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler.
...2007 champs, purple and gold to the core. This is Off the Bench with Hester and Flynn. Baton Rouge's go-to for all things Louisiana sports.
All right, welcome back in OTB. Always want to remind you about our friends over at Gin Gators. We say it often, and it's true. The only Gators we let on this show is Gin Gators. If you want the ultimate peace of mind, get that whole home generator with Gin Gators. They're going to come in, they're going to install it, and it's going to be backed by one warranty. You know the name, you know the brand. Kohler is going to be installed into your home, your business, and it's going to be Gin Gators that make sure you're up, you're running. They're going to be the maintenance for your generator as well. They are throughout the South, certainly here in South Louisiana. Incredible story, as family owned can be. Go to the website today to get everything set up. Have them come out to your space, check out your space, and show you exactly where they would install that whole home generator. Go to gingators.com. All right, let's get back to your questions. Ask the bench. The other day, when talking about random LSU players, I thought of Craig Steltz. Any good Craig Steltz stories? Craig was my roommate for the first 2 years at LSU, an incredible human being from an incredible family. Love his brother Kevin as well. He was a fullback when I first got here, so we shared the running back room together. Played against Craig every year in high school in the playoffs when he was a Rummel Raider. All the stories you would hear about Craig are great stories. Just an incredible human. And everything you've heard about him is true. He is literally that nice. There's a story about him hunting on the practice field for the Chicago Bears, which is highly illegal. We'll just leave it at that. Disneyland or Disney World?
World.
Land. So actually, I think land. Yeah.
Land is.
So I've never been to land. I just know the world's bigger, so that's why I picked it.
World's a little bit too much.
Yeah.
You got to spend some real time there. You can knock out land
in one day.
In one day.
Okay, well, then I definitely prefer that.
You go to both parks.
Yeah.
It's awesome. Again, like the weather plays a big factor into it. Like you got nice Southern California weather compared to. I've been to Disney World in Orlando in December, and it's been
awful.
Hot.
Mm-hmm.
I actually like the Universal in Florida better, but then I like the Disney in California better, because the Universal in California, it's one of those, like, if you have a fast pass, you can finish it in less than a day. And then we didn't know that, so we had it for like 3 days.
Yeah.
And we're just like riding the same rides. It's way smaller than the one in.
Since they opened Epic Universe, it's in Orlando. It's awesome.
Yeah. And I love the Harry Potter world.
Universal in Orlando is really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've done that a couple times. All right, let's see. Can either Argentina or England beat Spain? Man, they looked good smothering France. That's who they are. Like, once they got up 2-0, it's like, that doesn't matter who they're playing. They're not scoring. That is who Spain is. That back six, those two center mids, and that back four with that goalie, they ain't going to let a whole lot of goals in. So
I was really confused they were the underdog in that game because they were favored to win the World Cup.
I think it's just because France has been playing so well.
Yeah.
So that's why. We love you. We thank you. We'll see you tomorrow.
Off the bench.
All right, if you are a skilled welder or a vessel fitter looking for a career, not just another job, you need to go check out our friends over at Pala. Pala is hiring right now at its fabrication shop in Hammond, and they're looking for experienced welders and vessel fitters to join the team. They're offering competitive pay up to $40 an hour depending on experience, with overtime available and steady work already lined up through 2027. But here's what really separates Pala. They're employee owned. That means when the company succeeds, you succeed. It's a place where you work hard and it has an impact on your hard work for the future of the company. So whether you're building pressure vessels or if you are welding, remember you are building a career. Pala has been doing it the right way for decades with a culture centered around safety, quality, craftsmanship, and taking pride in its people. Go to palagroup.com, PALA group.com today.
Transform your living space with Lacoste & Young Remodeling and take your home from outdated to outstanding. Redefine your kitchen for the ultimate culinary experience, or elevate your daily routine with a spa-worthy bathroom retreat. Our skilled team brings 3D modeling to life to ensure your vision becomes a reality. We believe luxury should be accessible and offer tailored solutions to fit your budget without compromising quality. So contact us today for a free estimate. Lacoste & Young Remodeling, providing perfect solutions for your dream home.
If your office is experiencing performance issues like slow networks, jammed printers, or disappearing files, Advanced Office Systems may be right for you. With powerful IT solutions, print management, document imaging, and security.